Hello. What's up? It's Demonaut_4 Demonaut What If with today's Magic the Gathering vid. Yeah, I'm feeling lazy, so we're sticking with Magic. Sticking with Magic today. I actually think I forgot to do Woo Eyes today. I was so busy that it just slipped my mind. If I have to log in for 10 days straight again, I'm actually fucked. So I'm gonna bring that up real quick because now I'm scared. Now I think I'm actually fucked. But first off, I have I bought some stuff. So I bought a Lorwyn booster pack. Really cool. I actually really fuck with the booster packs, and I like this sealed shit. I don't know why it's not always like that. It should always be like that. But yeah. So I got a couple cards. I'm just gonna show you the ones that I'm probably gonna add to the deck, or I might add to the deck eventually. Firstly, we have this really cool full art forest for Lorwyn Eclipsed. It's pretty neat. My cardboard pile is getting bigger, isn't it? Side note. Got a couple tokens, but we're gonna ignore those. I can fully ignore it. So first off, we have in a hollow Bridges Command rare. You can see that well enough. Hopefully you can. You know what, let's switch over to camera. That's better. Your boy is, hold on. The boxes behind me are annoying me. Give me a sec. Actually better. It says on my notes, so that's what's important. That's what's actually important. Oh, we're almost trying to come on. So first off, we have Bridget's command over here. If that can, if I hide my face, it's not working. It's not working, for fuck's sake. Hold on. It's just. Is it like this? Was this the strat? I can't remember. Yes, it is the strat. Okay, so this is Bridges command. I got it in foil. As you can see there, the effects are to choose two things for 3 mana, 1 green and 1 white. Create a token that's a copy of target Kithkin you control. Now, I don't have any Kithkins in my deck, so it's not that useful. Not that useful right now, but maybe in the future. But that's not what's important. Although it can work with something else that's here. Then we can make a target player create a Kithkin, which is a way to use like I could use both of them by doing that and then the other one. Oh fuck me! Why is it changing? Why are you? Oh, it's because of the light from Woo. Fucking damn it. Okay, let me pull back for a second. And the final effects are create target creature you control gets +3/+3 into end turn, and then target creature control fights target creature an opponent controls, which I'm actually quite pleased with the idea of the fighting one. I don't think it taps my thing. It's just they are forced to fight, which means that you can have one of your guys die, but it can be an easy way to get rid of someone else's, which is positive. It's also really pretty. Then we have Nightmare Sower. I thought that might be useful. It's a flying lifelink that whenever I cast a spell during an opponent's turn, I get to put a -1/-1 counter on up to 1 target creature. Which means with all those instants I have, I can just fucking... It's helpful with tokens. That's the main reason. Very helpful with tokens, actually. But yeah. And it's not like a per turn basis, they just have -1/-1 on them now. So. You can either use that to spam weakening on someone else's thing, or if they've got 2 heavy hitters, you can pick one. You can pick and choose. The next one, I think, so it's by Matthew Forsyth. I think this is a, what's it called? Collab, I don't know, some sort of like outside artist, I forget what it's called. It's like a special artist thing. It's a really nice card. It's also a rare. It's called Spry and Mighty, which I think would be really cool with my entire system. Oh, can we get that to... Hold on. You'll see why this is really good once it can actually go through. So let's use the casual strat. This card also feels different. Like, it just feels odd. Like, there's something off with it. Like, in a good way, but it's like a different texture to usual ones. I don't know. Maybe I just haven't got many full ups. So, and it's got the same feeling as that. I don't think I've got any full ups. God damn it. It reminds me of Wonder Song, which is what originally dragged me into it. I think you can see it now. Yeah. So this card allows me to choose 2 creatures I control, where I will draw X cards, and the chosen creatures get +X and gain trample until the end of turn. Where X is the difference between the chosen creature's powers. So hear me out. Let's say I had one guy on my field for ages. I had felothar on the field. I had Gorma, whatever. And then I put out a new guy. For example, like Iron Apprentice, or it's based on power. So I could also use maybe like the Blood Artist. And I choose Blood Artist and fucking Gorma the Gullet. Gorma being like, what, a fucking 10/10 at this point. The only thing holding me back being like the lack of trample or something. And obviously Blood Artist, who's a 0/1. Which will basically means that, and then I immediately do Spry and Mighty. Now there is a problem where with Gorma the Gullet, creatures that are non-tokens enter with an additional +1/+1 counter for each creature that died on this turn, which means that I probably want to do this like at the start of the turn, but the whole way Gorma works is you want to put him out like as early as possible. You want him to have as many effects as possible whenever you can. So, and it also is better for the card if the other guy's stronger. So, I don't really know what the best method. Maybe like at the end of, like just before combat, I use that Sorcery Spry Mighty to just bump the fuck out of someone. But yeah, I haven't put those 3. I actually haven't put those 3 cards in my collection yet. So I'm gonna quickly grab them and the rest of them and just like put them in front of me so I can start working on that. Because as you know, I'm an organized fella, not a smart smeller. What the fuck am I saying? Anyway, I got some other cards. You'll see them in a sec. I also got a token. By the way, tokens in this, I love the art style by Larry McDonald, and I love the art style by Iris Complet. Because I got these. Even if it doesn't come out, I'm just going to show you that you can get the vibe. Yeah. So I'm going to start putting those in. Scene 1. Oh, hold on 1 second. 1 millimeter. I am embarrassed to say this somewhat because I have taken a massive break from it, so I'm kind of out of the mood of like, I respect. No, respect is a strong word. I like Roblox games, but my friend got me to play a Roblox game I haven't touched in a while. So on the side, I've just got that going because it's a pain in the fucking ass. It's an actual pain in the ass. I can't describe it any other way. How do I? Maybe there is a way I can describe it. It's called Clover Retribution, and oh my fucking god. I've got like part devil or some shit, so I basically have to constantly go out for mana wisps to get more devils to appear. I'm level like 329, so hopefully something will come with that. But anyway, back into work. Let's go to my collection so I can add those in that way, and then I will put them into the deck. So, first off, add cards. So, I'm going to go through the set first, and then I'm going to go through individual stuff. Hold on. I'll make sure to mark it down that everything is thingy, of course. Oh my goodness. All right. We have Liz Alana I can't spell that. Hold on. Liz Alana Dignitary. We have. I think she's ugly. I think my card's ugly. Tanufel Rhyme Speaker. That one's really nice. I really like her. Surly Feria. To be fair, also part of me kind of doesn't like Liz because her whole thing is strictly elven, and I don't really want to make an elf deck, to be honest. I don't know. Maybe it's the dwarf in me. That's why it's like, damn, fuck them elves. Feisty Spikeling. What a chap. He looks like a chap, doesn't he? Dawn's Light Archer. If I did want to go down elf, I now have a couple routes though, so that is fine. Feed the Flames. This one seemed interesting, but it's got a really high mana cost. Not for what it does, but just in general. Deals 5 damage to target creature. If it would die, exile it instead. So basically it's an exile for 4 fucking mana, which is a bit much. I mean, it is cheaper than my Zuko's exile, to be fair. YouTube is not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming. Why? Oh, I know why. No, I don't, actually. I'll take that back. Fucking, are you telling me Roblox is stopping this? Because I ain't got nothing else open. Oh yeah, sorry. Stone Mackie is being patched. Whoa. So stupid. Okay. If that is the reason why I'm going to blow a gasket. Alright, back to work. Feed the Frames. Then we have Auntie's Sentence. Oh yeah, this was one of the aunties of basically the Goblin Village. I forget what they're actually called. Is attacking one of the elves. I can kind of guess what state they're in from some of these images. I'll probably go through it again just to make sure that I understand what's going on. But I can kind of understand what's happening, what's occurring. I need to learn more about what has happened in Lorwyn since the original Lorwyn set, which I'm aware of what went down there. Wonderbrine Preacher. There we go. And then finally, Summit Sentinel are the ones that I'm not going to be putting. Like, these are the ones I'm not putting in. But Summit Sentinel is beautiful. But like before we move on real quick, I just want to go through what all of these, to my understanding, what all of these are. So my understanding is that, oh for fuck's sake, oh for fuck's sake. Okay, hold on. These are the only Lorwyn cards I've got. So Lorwyn Eclipsed. Yeah. Other than this. So Auntie Sentence, that's obviously happening during the night because the elf is a bit more docile and the goblins are fucking gonna kill her. Dawn's Light Archer, obviously, it's during the day. It's visually in the day, so this is probably one of the more arrogant ones. Similar to Liz and Alana Dignitary. You also notice they've got bigger horns. That just me? That just me who noticed that? The elves have really big horns. So maybe horn length is also something important. So when it's like night, they get smaller or some shit. Who knows? Feed the Flames looks like it's a night version of the Fire Elementals, sort of themed. Pharaoh's always hungry and no picky. Cool. So that's what that looks like. I have no idea what Feisty Spikeling is. Because part of me wants to say that it's like the underground species, but it says changeling, so that wouldn't make sense. Innocent Mischief, Daring Ferocity. I genuinely can't tell. I don't know. Because Innocent Mischief could very well be like normal, but maybe it's saying that it shapeshifted as night was occurring. Otherwise, I think it's probably day. We already said that this one's during the day. Summit Sentinel. I think this one's during the day because he's not being aggressive and he's being more chill, as if he's trying to like put on an appearance. And it just talks about catching the eye. I would have, if it was like during the night, it would have been like without fucking dying to the Rhymekin Guardian. Surly, this is night. This is 100% night. It's a bit more chill than I imagine these guys to be. I imagine them to be a bit more like rat-like, but glowing eyes just kind of gave it off, being also that they're inside and it looks like it's night. But the text almost makes it seem like they're like in normal thinking, which kind of like makes me realize that actually the effectiveness of Lorwyn, it's not like they just go fucking insane. It's still the same people. They're still able of thinking. They're just a lot more something than another. So yeah, this card really emphasizes that comment. They are still Kifkin. They're still the same Kifkin. It's just they're a bit fucked in the head. 10 or 12 rhyme speakers happening during the day. And I feel like that's another reason to think that Summit Sentinel probably is also during the day, because it's a very similar look, you know? And you can actually see a bit more brightness in the background. And yeah, this one's obviously during the night. Yeah, this is just super obviously during the night. I mean, the trees have even been burnt down, like how it is when fire elementals go by them, so makes sense. Then, okay, for the next ones, let's put in the forest. Forest. Scroll down a bit. Forest. Which one do I have? 278. So this one. Nice. Got one of those now. That's fun. Then we have token. This isn't going to have tokens in it, so I'll put that off for a second. So let's put in Nightmare Sower. As with every fairy, it literally could be either the middle of the day or the middle of night. You would never know because they're protected. I don't know if that changes in the current story, but that is what it used to be. Bridget's Command. Is it a showcase borderless? No, just foil. Bridget's Command. Save an animal. Oh, I'm a little bit surprised. I guess the Kifkin limitations really do bring it down a bit. It's fair play, but I was kind of expecting a little bit more for that one. And then we have finally Spry and Mighty before we move on to the token. I think mine's a showcase borderless. Yes, it is. Okay. Well, I spent like £3 on that pack. I can't be too disappointed. Was it £3? I think it was less than £5. That's what I remember. So I can't really be too disappointed. I do think that Spry and Mighty, Bridges Command, and possibly Nightmare Sower will be useful in my deck. So I'm actually just quickly add to deck, considering that. Add to deck. Considering. I'm going to put in considering just because I don't want to have to look through for it. And then add to deck. Considering. I was considering this being one of the collector booster packs I'd go for, as in this thing, but... Oh, wait, no, I don't have to actually look. Okay, hold on. Token. Goblin. What's it considered? Goblin? Tokens, yeah, okay. So that one's 0.6. On the back it has... I'll probably put both in just to make sure they are both there. There's also the fairy. So just save and close. Cool. That is all of those done. I need to find some way to put these away for now, at some point, but for now I will leave them up. God, my desk is such a mix right now. It's like so fucking random. I've got like, hold on. There we go. Just want to put them so I can see all the colors whenever I want to see them for when I sort those out. But like in front of me, I've got Pack of Lorwyn spread out. I've got fucking, I've got the Froakie art rare from Pokemon and a Banette art rare. I've got Dante and Virgil sitting on each other like this. One of these little things I got in Japan. I've got the Fukuoka Pokemon Center like badge. By the way, highly recommend going to Kyushu if you ever have a trip to Japan. If you're ever in that position, do definitely go there because Fukuoka, Kumamoto, they're all great. If you like One Piece, you'll love Kyushu because in Kumamoto, where Aso Mountain is, if you go up that route, you will see a bunch of like statues of Luffy, Robin, Nami. I don't think Frankie's there. No, Frankie, Usopp, and Zoro, I think are all there, and Sanji. I'm not sure if Jinbei and I'm pretty sure Brook is there. I took a picture with Usopp. That's why I do remember. So that's where I'll leave that. But they've done that in Fukuoka. It's kind of like a mini Tokyo, which means it smells a lot better. Saga was a nice place. I chatted with some old dudes. I chatted behind like I was eating some weird soup and rice with fish and this and that after coming down from a mountain. I just started chatting using a fucking translator app. It was great. Yeah, okay, let's remove the filters real quick. Hold on, just press reset. I just want to see what the total is. I have 537 cards. There is no way I have that many cards. That's crazy. That's crazy. Oh well. Actually, how many packs have I had to open to get 537 cards? I don't know. Anywho, let's close that down. I've put those guys in my considering, so we'll have a peek at those at the end. Give me a moment. Oh goodness, hold on. Let me just scroll down real quick for you, just so you can see where I put them. Yep, 3 am I considering. Obviously, I want to get. I really want Elspeth the most, but she is £15. And at that price, I might as well just open up a couple collector booster packs just for fun. No, well, no, that's the wrong mentality. I should probably just buy it instead of getting collector booster packs. Obviously, there's the chance of getting like the super special rare Elspeth, which would be dope. Or some more maybe Mox Aspers. I think they're called Mox Aspers. Mox Asper. How the fuck do you say it? Mox. Was it Mox Asper? Hold on. It should be in here. It's my only Mox I own. Mox Jasper, not. I was close. I see that as a win for me. Ah, there it is. Cool. One moment. Right. Back in the game. Okay. So just every time I look at it, I'm like, oh my goodness, there's so much. We got through quite a few sections last time. Somebody's got something on WhatsApp. I have to chuck my phone on my bed in a bit. We got our flyers. I don't think I really want to change anything here. There's like 8 or 10 of each thing, but a lot of overlap. So who knows how many there actually are between these like extra sections. Anyway, let's get into life generation because I think we were here last time. Life gen. Toshiro is a target creature gets that amount. Target creature gets that amount. You gain 2 life, and then when you exile it, you get to make Toshiro, who will, for paying life, give you mana to cast instants and sorceries. So I'm not sure. I'm not sure on this one. It's a cool way to get a bit of mana. Oh, for fuck's sake, my god damn it. Loud cunts. We used to have a button that was connected to like the whole house. that would you click on it, it echoes. I prefer a doorbell. I hate having people knock on it because it echoes through the whole goddamn house, and all the noise goes directly into my room. But if I seem pissy today, it's just because I've had a bad morning. I do apologize. I'm not trying to take it out on anyone. But yeah, so for this one, I mean, it's got a nice two. I get two opportunities to buff someone for a turn and reduce them for a turn. I mean, if they're two, oh sorry, if they're two, I could possibly take them out, which is great. It does a choose one, which should mean that I have to do it like immediately. And then I get to gain 2 life, or I get to choose that, or I gain 2 life. So it's good. It's good life gen. It does have some +2s and -1 effects. Do I want it? For 2 mana, 2 turns of that is pretty good, to be fair. I think both of them are like 1 mana, 1 mana, maybe 2 mana effects. So either way, it's worth it in that sense. Then when you exile it, you get that pay 1, add 1 mana. Problem is, again, it's limited to instance and sorceries, and I'm just not certain. I think I have to put this back into my sideboard. OCS Exhale, I think it's still good, even if you don't have a dragon, because all it means is you just don't gain life. Plus, there's the fact that I will gain life if I just have a dragon on my hand in the field, which means I can very easily just be like, oh yeah, I have Witherbloom out, because I have Witherbloom, and just use it like that. So it's not like I can't ever use that effect. It's just for now it's just a 5 damage. So I think I'll have to wait until I go down to the damage. I might just do the life gen and then just go straight down to the damage section. Sorry, target damage section. Target damage section. Fuck me. Just to see, is it worth it? It's 2 mana. If there's like a 1 mana effect that does the exact same thing or better, maybe not the best idea. But yeah. Scheming, Silver Tongue, Flying, Lifelink. At the beginning of your second main phase, if you gain 2 or more life this turn, this creature comes prepared, which allows me to make a target player draw 2 cards and lose 2 life, which is good. That's just objectively good. I gain a lot of life every single turn, so I'm chilling with that. Teacher's Pest. This is one of those gimmicky ones. Like, I have it just because I kind of fuck with it. But it's also a 2 mana 1/1 menace, which basically allows me to gain 1 life every time it dies, and I can return it from the graveyard to the battlefield tapped. Like, it's not bad. It's pretty good, in fact, I would say. So I'm keeping it. With Bloom Charm, you may sacrifice a permanent. If you do, draw 2 cards. So there is a sack method there. I can gain 5 life, so automatically achieving like a lot of the life requirements for stuff. Or I can destroy a target non-land permanent with mana value 2 or less. The final thing isn't that useful because I have quite a few other destroy things, but it is a great way to gain life. It is a great way to sack stuff for cards. There are ways around it, but it's a nice thing to have as an additional thing. Plus, if I know my guy's going to die anyway, I might as well just draw the 2 cards, you know? Might as well. Flight Deck Coordinator. At the beginning of your end step, if you control 2 or more tapped creatures, you gain 2 life. Fairly simple there. They need to be tapped. They need to give me life. Now, I would say this is bad shit, dog shit. I would say this is dog shit. However, there is a reason why it's good. Is because I know I'm going to be going in someone with flyers, which means most of my turns are going to be made up of me just tapping all of my cards because I can't do shit otherwise, and then just hoping for the best. Yeah, I don't think it's that hard to get the 2 life out of this. So I'm not too against it. Whenever you gain life, but what +1/+1 counter on this creature, that's just objectively good. I'm already gaining counters. I'm already getting a lot of life. Put those together. Pest Mascot is a beast, you know? Then we have the Character Technique. Earthbending, gaining life. Again, you gain quite a bit of life. It is 5 mana, though. Like, sorry, I'm just comparing it to with Bloom Charm, for example. It does give me the opportunity to create things that will... What's going on? It does allow me to create things like Earthbending that will allow me to make more guys. If I had a Earth Mole, Cub, whatever it's called, it would go perfectly because I could then tap them for more. And they get +3/+3 each. So it's like it's not like they're bad per se. Oh, sorry, it's not like she's bad per se. It's just expensive, you know. Is that effect worth 5 mana? I just don't think it is. I think the gaining thing, definitely not. Witherbloom Charm is worth 2 mana, and it can allow me to gain 5 life. So the fact that this one's worth 5 mana and allows me to only gain 3 life is kind of ridiculous. But it does let me create 2 creatures that are both 3/3s for 5 mana. They're not counted as tokens as well, so there is that as well. It's a hassle, isn't it? It's like a hassle to think about. Modifying Reclamation is another really expensive one. 5 mana for whenever a creature you control dies, you gain 1 life and draw a card. Pretty good. There's nothing really wrong with that one, I'd say. One problem I do have is that because of how much draw gen I feel like I have, there is an actual chance I just tap myself out. I have 11 draw gen, so, and a lot of them are do this and then draw cards. So there is a worry there, but I think I should be chilling as long as as long as no one pops that one card that, like, you know, if you do target damage to target player, like it just halves their health or dips half their deck or something. I should be fine. But otherwise, I will say I'm more comfortable with this one because it's 5 mana, because I know that I can just keep doing it. But if I were to remove anything from here, I think my top thing to remove would probably be this, just because it is 5 mana, because it's expensive. Then we have mana generation. Elvish Mystic is pretty standard, you know, just tap for mana. Soul Ring, pretty standard. Abzan Devotee, pretty valid, I think, for this deck because it is those colors, and I can return cards, or return this card. Sorry, it's 2/1, so it's nothing crazy, but still nice. Arcane Signet, pretty valid. Priest of Forgotten Gods, pretty valid. Sakura Tribe Elder, pretty valid. Okay, I think actually I need to think about these two and stuff like that, because these are basically the same card. So sacrifice this creature, search your library for a basic land card, put that card onto the battlefield, tap, then shuffle. Or search library for a basic land card, put it into the battlefield, tap, then shuffle. It's the same mana, but one of them gets me a sacrifice going, and the other one does not. Plus, I get a creature with this one. I think I'm quite sad to do it. I might have to get rid of this. Hold on, let's look for a second more, because maybe I've got some other stuff that I just don't need. Right of the Reliquary, Vigilance. This creature is +1/+1 for each creature card in the graveyard. That's making it sound like I should probably go for Sakura Tribe Elder. I can't lie. Sacrifice another creature, search your library for a land card, put it into the battlefield tapped, then shuffle. So another way that I can basically do both of these effects. Got you. Then we have Careful Cultivation. Enchant Artifact. It is a good card, isn't it? Enchant Artifact or creature, as long as it has thingy, it gets +1/+1/+1/+3 and has reach and tap for mana. Cultivate with the same mana, you could basically just immediately do this. Discard Careful Cultivation, create a 1/1 green human monk creature token with tap for mana. In a token deck, that'd be great, you know? It's a great way to give that, but it's not that great. Sorry, as in that final effect, I probably wouldn't use it unless I'm making a token of deck. Which, I'm technically making a token deck here, but I have no things to, like, double tokens, so that's irrelevant. Chromatic Lantern, it's basically just like a slightly worse version of Arcane. No, it's basically the same as Arcane Signet. You spend 1 more mana though, so that all your lands allow you to add any color. So that helps me because I'm a free mana. I'm keeping it. Cultivate, search library for up to 2 basic land cards. Reveal those cards, put one on the battlefield, tapped, and the other into your hand, and then shuffle. It's basically you get 1 card out quicker, and you make sure that you have 1 in your hand. I don't know. I really don't. I genuinely don't know. I think I'm gonna remove Viewpoint Synchronization because I think at that point you're taking the shit when it's 5 mana to do it. So I'm gonna put that on the sideboard. Culling Ritual. I don't think this one's bad at all. It's a really helpful way to get rid of all of the cheap, like the weaker cards if someone's using a lot of, I don't know, tokens. So I'm going to keep it, plus it's a great mana method against tokens. Spring Bloom Druid. When this creature enters, you may sacrifice a land. If you do, search a library for up to 2 basic land cards, put them into the battlefield tapped, then shuffle. Basically, buy one, get one free. I think it becomes a question of which one do I want. Do I want Spring Bloom Blizzard? Sorry, Spring Bloom Druid? Or I don't know where I got Blizzard from. Or Cultivate. The main benefit here is it's a sack effect. I'm going to quickly check through my sack and life things. Sacrifice this creature, artifacts, enchantments, sack. A lot of them are I'm sacking something. I think I'm going to get rid of Spring Bloom. You know what I'm saying? Words. Oh, god damn it. I also think I'm going to get rid of Cultivate just because I've got other methods to get mana like Chromatic Lantern, which I think is just better. So it's going to be better out than Cultivate. As for whether I keep Shared Roots, I think it's good, but I don't know. Let's see. I'm going to keep going. There might be a reason to keep it. There might not be. Who knows? Astronaut's Intervention, +2 when it dies. It's basically the same thing as one of the other cards I have. I don't think it's up. Hold on. Yeah, these two are basically the same. So if I want to look at anything, I'll look here. I do only have 6 target effects, so that I think it's fine to keep both. No, it's not. Absolutely not. Hold on, what? I'm confused. Is the reason why this one's 2 mana is because it allows you to gain lifelink as well? I think because the main reason I'd be having stuff like Ashnod's Intervention and Return to Action is literally just because I want to keep things alive. I've got to think about this one a bit more. I reckon a shade down. I mean, I don't have vehicles, but adding creatures, counters to my creatures, or messing up someone else's flow is pretty nice. Draws 2 cards and loses 2 life. Again, it's 2 different effects. That's fine. +0 and turn to turn. If you cast another instant sorcery spell this turn, then it deals damage equal to its power up to 1 target creature an opponent controls. I like me an effect that directly attacks something else. So there is that. First Strike. I think for these, I think I'm going to remove. I think I'm going to remove both Reckoner's Showdown, and I'm going to remove Return to Action. Target effect, permanent, hexproof, and indestructible. That's required. I need this so fucking bad. It's like the main way I can keep things alive. Again, okay, let's think about this. Is there anything with target damage? No. Ah, fuck. Do I really not have any target damage things? Yeah, because we got Destroy. Does Destroy... Did I put damage in here accidentally? Okay. Death Touch counter. I am so lost. I could have sworn I had more damage stuff in here. That would have let me compare. I'm not sure now. Target creature you control deals damage equal to its power to target creature and opponent controls. I think this is just objectively better than Osiris Exile on that merit, but this can be done earlier, if that makes sense. So there is that. Infection deals 4 damage to target attacking or blocking creature. This is also 4, and it's limited more, so I actually might remove this one. Oh god damn it. I like Kamigawa. I want to have Kamigawa cards, man. This one I'm not getting rid of. When enters scry 2, enchanted creature can't attack or block, and its activated abilities can't be activated. So it's also that. Oh. It is 3 mana though. I think I'm gonna remove it. I see no reason. Just instead of doing all that, why not just kill it? You know. I mean, yeah, sure, it might have indestructible. That's actually a really good point. But I have ways around it indestructible. As long as I'm not doing damage, right? It counts. So could I just use destroy exile? Oh, sorry, exile, sack, reduce toughness. Yeah, I'm chilling. I'm chilling on that. So there's no real reason for me to get that in my hand. Then we have target gets --. I don't think anything here is bad. Toxic Deluge as an additional cost to cast a spell, pay X life. All creatures get -6 to end a turn. Now again, I'm using counters, so theoretically speaking, I could make the entire negative part of this irrelevant. The paying thing means nothing to me because I get life really easily. The Xing thing, the minusing thing means nothing to me because I can just use -X on everyone and just wipe them, and I'll probably have enough counters to carry my guys. And then I just wipe them in the next turn or something. Target player mills 3 cards, then you return a land card from your graveyard to your hand. Pretty simple, pretty nice. There aren't many ways I'm going to be removing land cards, but I think I have a... Hold on. How am I going to get land cards into my graveyard? That's a damn good point. How the fuck am I going to do that? Because most of my stuff is sacrifice, not... Wait a minute, what? I'm lost. How does it get lands in the zone? Fetch lands. I don't have many of those. I think I have a couple sacks, so that might be fine. Self-mill and discard. Yeah. I mean, I guess I can keep it. I'm just thinking about what the effects do. Destroy a card, a creature, and target creature gets this or that. So I think that's worth it. It is 2 mana, so it ends up doing quite a bit. This one's also pretty good because if they do have a big attacker like yours truly, I could just fucking slam the fuck out of them for all the counters I have, which just means instant death. So there is that. Locust Spray. Target creature gets -1/-1 until end of turn. Okay. And it also has a cycling effect, which is good. So yeah, I'm pretty fun with this selection of targets. Okay, we're down to 139. I need to get 39 cards out of my deck somehow. Fuck. Okay. I think the plan here is let's go through my main bulk, which is the sack life and tokens area, which has 30 cards. Hopefully I can reduce this by, like, let's say half. It's not going to happen like that. If that doesn't happen, I'm going to be moving to just look at everything in one group, just so I can get an idea of everything. Oh. Sorry, I've been talking myself out. I've tired myself. Alright, hold on 1 second. Oh shit. I do this. Do that all the time, don't I? Hold on. Give me a second. I've gotten a short-term job recently, actually. Just on a side note. I'm going to be taking care of my my mum's friend cats while she's away. She's dog sitting, but the person she dog sits for, like, doesn't let her go back home. And I'm assuming she must get a shit ton of money from it, because otherwise I don't know why she'd be paying me to take care of it at all. Yeah, I'm kind of mad with myself. God damn it. So I've just got something running in the background, and one of the things it wants me to do is the whole shtick is you have to kind of wait around, get these things, sacrifice them, so that you can summon devils and shit. And unfortunately, I stopped thinking about the game for too long, for like 20 minutes or whatever, and now it treated me as AFK, so it made me dip from the server, which shut down the server because I'm in a friend's private server. Anyway, back into this now. A big thing, I do have this sacrifice. Sorted by mana amount. So I think I should start from whatever is the most expensive. Belladros Witherbloom. I'm not removing it, but let's see. At the beginning of each upkeep, you create a token and pay 10 life to untap all lands, and you're going to do that once each turn. So I'm not getting rid of that. That's really good for late game. It's a really good way to get tokens just repetitively and sacrifice them. So I'm keeping this. Plus, it's a good way to activate dragon stuff. Witch of the Moors, Death Touch. At the beginning of your end step, if you gained life this turn, each opponent sacrifices a creature of their choice, and you return up to one target creature card from your graveyard to your hand. Well, fuck me. Well, fuck me sideways. That's 5 mana, which is a lot, but it's more beneficial than it's worrisome mana wise, I'd say. Riptrus Roaster and Mykoff, they're about the same price, so we're going to be comparing them. At the beginning of your upkeep, you can create a 1/1 green sap-rolling creature token for each +1/+1 counter on this creature, or at the beginning of your end step, you can create a number of +1/+1 1/1 black and green pest creature tokens equal to the number of counters you have in this creature, which all have, if it dies, you gain 1 life. Now, Mykoff has more weight, like it's more possibility to get it counters on its own without considering anything else. However, Riptrus has a better effect because it allows you to gain life to use something like Belladros' effect. So I'm thinking that between the two, I'm leaning on Riptrus Roaster. So I'm going to put this in my sideboard for now. Obviously, I don't need to have it like one of each card or some bullshit, but it is best to... I need to reduce cards, so that's the mentality I'm going for here. If there's two like almost identical cards, I'm going to pick the one that I think is better. Marsical Cruel Death Priest. Flying is no longer too much of a problem, or it never really was, to be fair. Whenever a player sacrifices on permanent, put a +1/+1 counter on each creature control. It's an every creature effect. It has flying, and it's based on sacrifice, which I have a method to get other people to sacrifice, so that's useful. Blossoming Bog Beast. Whenever this creature attacks, you gain 2 life. Then creatures you control gain trample and +X/+X, where that is the amount of life you gain this turn. Pretty bug standard how that works and why that's good. So obviously it's basically the time just before your combat step, and you using that is the life gain period for that. But it's pretty good. It's a bit expensive, I will say, being 5 mana for a 3/3. But it does say then creatures you control, so it's all your creatures get trample and exec. It's a really good way to finish the game, you know. Like if I managed to get a shitload of life, I could just bulk the hell out of my cards and then slam everything with Blossoming Bog Beast and like however many other cards. I'm thinking of like my best turn, but even on my worst turn, it's a great way to just keep moving, keep trucking on. The main benefit here is if I've got a heavy hitter, and my thing is built very much towards I can get lots of big guys. I mean, even fucking Ribrus Roaster would be a great example for that. Ribrus Roaster. Then we have Smothering Abomination. Devoid. Flying at the beginning of your upkeep, sacrifice a creature. Whenever you sacrifice a creature, draw a card. It's good. The problem is it requires me to sacrifice a creature. I can't just say, nah, I don't want to this turn. I have to. Which means I can't put this out if I've not got other like token generations, or if someone takes out the rest of my guys, I just kill myself. I have to sacrifice a creature, which means Smothering Abomination also gets sacrificed. I mean, yeah, I've got lots of sacrifice effects, but I also have lots of ways to sacrifice things, or lots of things that can sacrifice other things, which means I think I should get rid of this. I ain't no fucking Eldrazi, you know? Only problem is there are some cards that work around the idea of, you know, attacking a certain color, but you win some, you lose some, you know? I'm going to be playing with 3 players. unless everyone picks black, white, and green, I might have a chance to survive. Plus, I get to choose, so like there is that. Merchant of Venom. Whenever it enters, each day sacrifices a creature. It also sacrifices. You can already tell it's basically the same. It's like a priest, but it's the the difference between these with 1 mana is this starts off. This is only for itself. That's like the main difference between these two, I would say. That and this one also makes people sacrifice their things, so it's not like it starts off at 1/1. It starts off at like 4/4, depending on how many people I'm playing with. Then we have Guillaume, Master Chef. At the beginning of my end step, I get to create number of food tokens equal to the number of non-creature tokens I had and enter the battlefield on my control this turn. Now, obviously, I'm making a lot of tokens, so there is that weakness to this. But I'm also going to have a shit ton of creatures by the end of this, so I'm not too worried about that. I can also sacrifice those foods for indestructible through Guillaume or through something else. So there is that. Then we have Eccentric Pest Finder. Trample at the beginning of each end step. If you gained life this turn, this creature becomes prepared. For each opponent, you create a 1/1 black and yeah. So basically, if I'm going against 3 people, which is what I'm making this physically to go against 2 other people, I will get 2 tokens each time. So that's pretty nice. That is a 2 mana effect. The whole thing is 4 mana, but this guy's a 5/5 trample. So I'm not too fucking worried at all, I'll be honest. I like this quite a bit. Creekwood Liege, also pretty good. +1s for all of my guys. Beginning of my upkeep, I may create tokens. So there's that as well. I don't know why it says you may create one, but whatever. Yaheni, Undying Partisan. Haste. Whenever a creature an opponent controls dies, but +1/+1 counter on Yaheni. Sacrifice another creature and you get indestructible that turn. Again, a lot of bullet cards. Now, I'm hoping that as we go further down, I will get things I want to get removed. Like, I'm thinking Awakening Zone, I get rid of that. Creature or thing. You may return an opponent card from your... Yep, okay, that's cool. That's good. It's a good way to get tokens, this one. I think I have enough things that make people hate me, so I'm going to put that on my sideboard real quick. +1/+0 and have Menace whenever non-creature... Oh, okay, it's all of them. Cool. That's good. Yeah, I'm keeping that. Essence Brewer. Whenever you sacrifice a creature, you gain X life and put X counters on the target creature you control, where X is sacrifice creature's power. That's pretty good, isn't it? I'd say. I think hold on. I just thought someone. I've decided I'm removing Cracked Earth Technique. I'm done. I don't think it's gonna work. On the same note, I'm removing. I think I'm gonna remove Angerlock to Learn. Yeah, I'm gonna have a lot of guys dying, but I've got too many cards, man. That's it. Just got too many cards in this deck. 133 cards. Dina. I don't really like your sacrifice ability, to be honest. But it's not bad. And you get to draw a card whenever you sacrifice a creature once per time, but still, that's fine. It's a 3 mana. Who cares? Feral Appetite, +1/+0 and have Death Touch. All my pests get that. I make a lot of pests. That's fine. Mozio, I'm keeping that because it makes pests. And I can return cards based on how much life I gained, so that's fine. Ophiomancer, I love it, but I think I have to remove it. But it's a really great way to get continuous Death Touch. That's the problem. I get Death Touch as long as I don't have snakes. Which I have like 2 snakes in my deck. Oh, so it's not too bad. What an annoying thing, you know? Dry Druid at the beginning of each upkeep. If you don't control a pest creature, create one. If you gain life, you gain that one. Yeah, how much life +1? The +1 effect is really good. I don't want to get rid of it. When you gain life, you may pay 2 if you do create a 4/4 fungus beast creature token with trample. I'm good. I'm gonna remove this. Oh fuck! I removed 6 cards. Praise me, praise me. I removed 6 cards. I don't know. Oh goodness. I can see that there's a concurrent viewer. Please give me advice. Please. Oh. Hold on. Actually, let me just put this in the chat. Can I? I can't. Hold on. Why do I not have a typing thing? Weird. Hold on. Just opening Studio real quick. I don't know why it opens on that screen. Let me actually quickly go onto this video, and I just want to add onto the bottom just so you can see the site I'm working on. If you refresh the video, it should now have it in the description. I don't know why. Just put that in there. I put it in the thing as well, just in case, but it is in the description here. So there is that. You didn't see my YouTube recommended. I refuse. Let's disable tags real quick. No, why am I doing that? Just type. Just switch it to type. 50 creatures still left. 16 sorceries. 15 instants. 4 artifacts, and 7 enchantments. I think I might have to remove 2 or so enchantments. I think my artifact count is fine. My instance needs to be brought down from about 10, so does my sorceries. And then my creatures should be about 30, I think. That'd be reasonable. Yeah. Alright, I'm going to take a break on that. I think I'm basically in a spot where I can't choose. I really can't, like I'm stuck. So I think I'm going to let myself dwell on it for a bit. Maybe I will look on sites, ask someone for help. Shit, I hate to say it, but I might ask like an AI or something to just search through it and just see. My biggest problem is I need someone to talk back to with it, but the problem is I want to play with my friends, so I don't want them to know the fucking ins and out of my deck. So there is that. I might actually, hold on, I'm just going to send it to my friend. Could you have a look over this? Okay. He sent me a deck. I don't know why. I think he's working on it. Oh, he is. Yeah, he's working on a new deck. Fuck me. Okay. Okay. Well, if he doesn't do it, I'll cry. Anyway, so that's that. I mean, this is his thing he sent me, so let's just have a peek through it real quick. Oh, he's been about a lot of Marvel things. What's this? Itali Primal Conqueror. I don't know what the fuck this is, I'll be honest. I'm gonna guess I'm gonna scroll through this and either I just don't own any of it or there's something else going on. I'm not crazy, I swear. This guy fucking loves Venom. I hate Raphael. I mean, I like him, but I hate him in this fucking deck, man. Kind of wish I had Ba Sing Se. It's a pretty good card, isn't it? It's just a good card in general. I'd love to have it in person. But what, it's 20 quid. I'm good. Blah, 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 blah. I like this. I wouldn't mind this, but it's not that useful for me. There's a couple of effects that would help from it, though. Benefit from it, not help from it. Anyway, let's move over to... Oh, sorry, I can't do what I want to do. Right, I'm just going to quickly move over to one of these. I want to look at Tarkir Dragonstorm, so we're going to look at that. I know I have more things to go through before I get to that point, because I'm still trying to catch up with the story, but yeah. Also, I think my friend has now seen how many cards I have, because the message I got responding to me was, "Oh dear God." So Drumroll, please.
Roughly 10 years ago, Magic the Gathering introduced us to the world of Tarkir, a plane where 5 distinct clans vied for supremacy, each embodying unique philosophies inspired by ancient dragons.
You already fucking know I'm on Abzan's side.
However, a pivotal time travel event altered this landscape, leading to a reality dominated by dragon lords. Now, with the release of Tarkir Dragonstorm, we return to this tumultuous world, witnessing the rekindling of ancient traditions and the rise of new legends.
Sorry, I'm just so curious. How does Ugin come back into this? I know that sounds weird, but I'm so curious. Because I swear, wasn't this guy like all fucked up after his fight with his brother, Nicobolus? Well, anyway, I can't wait. I'm gonna find out everything. I love Tarkir. I love how it looks, so I'm definitely gonna vibe with the story. I also like Ugin, so.
Tarkir's history.
Actually, sorry, one more thing. I do wonder how Elspeth comes back.
History is marked by a significant temporal divergence. Initially, the plane was dominated by 5 clans: Abzan, Jeskai, Sultai, Mardu, and Timur, each reflecting a tricolor identity and drawing inspiration from the
Abzan mentioned
qualities of dragons they had long since hunted to extinction. However, the planeswalker Sark and Vol, driven by maddening visions and otherworldly voices, traveled 1,000 years back in time to prevent Ugin's death at the hands of his twin Nicobolus. This act created an alternate timeline where Sarkhan was never born, and dragons thrived.
Their heads look so funny. Also, Sarkhan looks really cool in the new Tarkir set. Hold on. Tarkir... Sarkhan? Sarkhan? Is that his name? Image. Yeah. Doesn't that look fire? Sarkhan, Dragon's Ascendant. This is peak. I want to know what happens to him, and I want this card so bad. How much is it? Actually. 50 cents? No. Tarkir. Sarkhan Ascendant. How much is that? Sarkhan Ascendant. Oh. Doesn't look like it's much. Showcase? Is that what it's called? I think it's called Showcase, right? Yeah. Oh, like 444 on eBay, which means it's probably way less anywhere else. Okay. I might just buy it. Low-key. Unless I can find a way to get myself another collector booster pack of Tarkir.
On Tarkir, leading to the rise of dragon lords who subjugated the old clans. In a way, Tarkir Dragonstorm presents us with a convergence of these timelines. The clans have resurfaced, not as mere shadows of their former selves, but as revitalized entities, each now bonded through the Storm Nexus ritual with a spirit dragon, a manifestation of their core values and aspirations. So today...
That's so cool. I can't wait to find out what felothar and the Abzans have got going on.
Let's look at the 5 clans featured in this new expansion, their leaders, and spirit dragons one by one. The Abzan houses were always Tarkir's bulwark against time and attrition. Anchored in the unforgiving desert plains and centered around the fortress city of Arshin, they revered endurance, a quality they embodied not just in battle but in every layered aspect of their life. Kinship was their cornerstone. Whether bound by blood, adoption, or oath, family was sacred. Each family bore a kin tree, a fruit-bearing tree tied to ancestral spirit, whose roots were nourished by the bodies or at least the essence of the deceased. Through sap, resin, and ritual, Abzan warriors would commune with their forebears, drawing guidance and strength from the...
Man, it already sounds heat. They kind of sound like, sorry, they're kind of sounding like I don't know, like a more naturalistic version of Lorehold, I guess?
past. That means that disownment was no mere quarrel.
If it was red, white, and green, I'd also believe you, but I do think that black makes more sense.
It was spiritual severance, a fireborn rite that exiled one from their kin and their tree alike. Adoption, especially of orphans from the...
My goat, Abzan devotee. I fucking love this guy. I don't know what it is. It's so pretty. It's so cool. I love it. I know it's not that, like, it's not an amazing card if you're not doing an Abzan deck, but, oh. It's great. I love it.
Defeated enemies, called the Krumor, was a sacred act of strength and mercy, further reinforcing the belief...
Again, weird ass card. I still don't understand. I kind of wanted to put that in my deck, but I just don't know.
that family was chosen just as much as it was inherited. With unity also came friction.
So it's kind of like that one belief where, basically what Soul has, where it's kind of like, there is like a present world of like, well, I guess more like the Baby Boss movie, Boss Baby movie, where all the children get to like pick who they go with and this and that, and like the soul of your unborn child is like has decided that it wants to go with you, you know, which I find pretty daft because like why would you want to be poor? Why would you want an STD? I don't know, but like maybe they just don't know that's going to happen.
The Abzan were also a web of politically competitive houses, always balancing familial loyalty with internal power plays. Their fortress city of Arashin served as both cultural and strategic heart, guiding trade routes and stabilizing the surrounding regions. So much so that even outsiders like Shun Yun regarded the Abzan as Tarkir's steadiest peacemakers.
Shun Yun knows what's up. I'm something... For fuck's sake. Manny, this is why they called you a Yapster. This is the reason why. Spirits subjugated in my sight. The seekers of truth... seekers of things not seen cower in my light. I bring me with me truth. I herald reform. I take away illusionary. I've got to read that 4 times. My brain's not in the right space right now. Give me a sec. An alcoholic? I don't know. An alcoholic? A black light? Or Manny. Like those are the options I can think of right now. Anyway, let's go back to the goat Shu Yun, because he knows what's up.
In warfare, they were stoic tacticians, patient defenders who lured their enemies into the shifting sands of the desert, winning not through speed.
The answer is Manny's depression. I prefer my one about alcoholism, but, you know, we each take our own.
But through attrition and unyielding resolve. Yet, their very traditions became their downfall. In the altered timeline, after Sarkhan Vol's intervention preserved Ugin's life, dragonkind flourished. Dragon Lord Dromoka and her brood, armored dragons that radiated beams of sunlight, turned on the Abzan with the methodical fury, regarding their ancestor veneration as necromancy heresy. In response to these purges...
Well, yeah, because you're a green-white and not a black-green-white. Fucking knobhead.
Khan Dagatar shattered the Relic of Remembrance and outlawed Kintree's ancestor rights to secure a fragile alliance with Dromoka, effectively abandoning his clan spirituality.
Removing the black mana from the white-black-green mana group.
True Abzan, led by Rayhan, resisted in secret until an ambush by Silumgar and Ojutai's forces extinguished their last hope. The The survivors were absorbed into Dromoka's brood, but ancestors' worship endured in whispers, and resentment simmered. No longer a clan, no longer a Kennet, just remnants living under Dromoka's rigid doctrine. But endurance, true to its name, always finds a way. After the Phyrexian invasion weakened dragon dominance and Ugin's absence deemed dragon storms, the Abzan rebelled.
Good. This means that the Phyrexia really was actually quite useful. Alkalism has a nice lore, but I'm pretty sure the spirits are the one doing the subjugation if you're opting for that. Well, no, when I say spirits, I mean like as in a spirit, like the drink spirit. You're subjugating them because you're drinking them. You see? I see. I drink. I conquer. Sorry, let me explain what I mean by spirits, since you're clearly not an alcoholic. Not Spirit the Stallion. Drink. I mean like this. Vodka, gin. Is whiskey a spirit? I don't think it is. Some Aperol Spritz, maybe? That kind of alcoholism. Subjugating it with my mouth. That's what she said. Sorry. Anyway, moving back on.
Led by Felothar of House Zanhar, descendant of
Big!
they
I apologize.
overthrew Dromoka's reign. Kin trees somewhat bloomed once more in the desert sun, and the Council of Houses now guides the clan, balancing tradition with the scars of subjugation. The current spirit dragon of the Abzan is Betor, kin to all, a radiant embodiment
It looks pretty fucking cool, doesn't it?
of the endurance that defines their clan. Under Betor's guidance, the Abzan press ever onward, slow, steady, and unbreakable. Perched atop mist-veiled peaks and nestled beside tranquil mountain lakes, the Jeskai Way embodied the essence of cunning, the aspect they revered from the ancient dragons the most. Their triad of colors, blue, red, and white, mirrored their pursuit
I've got
of
a lot of
knowledge,
Jeskai
discipline,
cards.
and spiritual enlightenment. Each monastery, from the renowned Sage Eye stronghold to secluded hermitages, cultivated unique philosophies and martial disciplines, yet all were united by the teachings of Ugin and the pursuit of the 6 elemental fires: Soul Fire, Blood Fire, Mist Fire, Death Fire, Vital Fire, and the elusive Ghost Fire.
That's pretty fire.
While Death Fire and Vital Fire were taboo amongst Jeskai, mastery over the remaining elements was believed to lead to the transcendent Ghost Fire, a state of pure enlightenment. The Jeskai saw themselves as Starkir's memory keepers, with Kan Shu Yun emphasizing the preservation of knowledge and history. Their warriors, a blend of monks and mystics, favored strategy over brute force, employing flexible weapons like chains and ropes to entangle foes and targeting precise nerve clusters to incapacitate even the mightiest of dragons. Their prowess in battle was not just physical, but deeply rooted in spiritual and intellectual discipline. However, the altered timeline brought devastation upon them. In a desperate bid to unite the clans against the dragons, Shu Yun convened a summit, only
I can't lie, I'm kind of disappointed by Ugin. I had respect for this guy. I think he's pretty cool. I'm a bit disappointed by the fact that he just decided, you know what, fuck them humans now that I'm back. Now that we're back, we're the ones in charge. It feels like, bro, not the biggest fan. Not the biggest fan at all. Maybe I'm kind of getting where that one girl who betrayed Ugin and like joined forces with his brother, I'm kind of getting where she's coming from now. Because it's like, oh yeah, you've built your way of life, well guess what, we're going to just destroy it and say fuck you, but we're also not going to improve it. Like, that's the most important part of colonization. You're meant to improve their way of life, you know? It should be better because you are better, you know? But I have a feeling it's not going to be like that. Yeah. Where the fuck is this thing? So I'm just trying to check something on another screen. I'm in the gym as well, and a serious mix of Slavic and Bulgarian and a quarter Polish. There's simply no way you're the ones. I am Polish. What do you mean? What do you mean? I'm Polish and Australian. I think I am. I think I count. The only thing I'm weak to is beer, and that the only reason I'm weak to that is because I am gassy. That's it. I end up burping a lot, and that makes me want to throw up. So Yeah, I disagree. I'm gonna let's keep playing.
To be betrayed by Sultai Khan Tazigor, leading to an ambush by the broods of Silumgar and Ojutai.
Bastards.
The aftermath was catastrophic. Shu Yun was slain, the Ghostfire warriors executed, and Jeskai's vast repertoires of knowledge obliterated. The surviving Jeskai were subjugated under Dragon Lord Ojutai, who restructured the clan, positioning himself as a supreme teacher and suppressing their traditional practices. Yet, resilience is woven into Jeskai's fabric. Following the Phyrexian invasion which decimated Dragon's dominance, the Jeskai reclaimed their autonomy. They now endeavor to unify Tarkir not through conquest, but by rekindling the shared wisdom and enlightenment that once bound the clans. Their spirit dragon is Shiko, Paragon of the Way, a serpentine guardian of insight and discipline who embodies the still-burning flame of Jeskai mastery. Under Shiko's watchful eye, and with the leadership of Narset, the Jeskai Way Master, the clan has reconnected with its oldest truths and renewed its purpose. Narset, who once turned her back on the constraints of the old timelines, now returns as a unifier of minds and a visionary for the future. Deep within Tarkir's steamy jungles, the Sultai brood epitomize ruthlessness, the aspect they revered the most from ancient dragons. Their triad of colors, black, green, and blue, mirrored their embers of death, growth, and cunning. From the opulent halls of Kira Temple, the Sultai ruled through a blend of necromancy and dark pacts, notably with the demonic Rakshasa, to assert dominance over other clans. Their society was...
I can't lie, stuff like this kind of probably going to be better off now that they aren't there, but, like, I'm just starting to get... I'm just upset by Ugin. I'm disappointed. He really didn't, like, finish off his mess. He made a mess, he made a fuck up, and then just didn't fix it. But that's pretty, you know, common in these sorts of timelines. I guess both Ugin and Siffer, whatever his name is. God, I'm kind of pissed off. I'm kind of pissed off by these characters now, even if I liked them before. Anyway, back into the video.
A tapestry of humans, Naga, and undead, with power dynamics constantly shifting. In the Alter timeline, Khan Tazigor's betrayal led to the clan's downfall. Manipulated by Rakshasa and the Naga, his actions alienated key allies, leaving the Sultai vulnerable. A desperate alliance with Dragon Lord Silumgar ensued, eventually resulting in the clan's subjugation. Humans were elevated to administrative roles, while Naga were marginalized. Their ancestral claims rendered moot, and Sultai's identity as an independent clan was effectively erased.
Hold on, that doesn't make sense to me. So you're telling me that the big dragon preferred humans over the little snake people? That makes no sense. You'd think it'd be the other way around. You'd think the humans would just get, like, mugged off. I'm so confused. Okay, whatever, sure.
Story didn't end there. The Phyrexian invasion weakened dragon dominance, allowing the Sultai to reclaim autonomy. Rejecting past decadence, they embraced a decentralized structure focusing on agriculture, fishing, and trade. Necromancy was transformed into a revered art, with the Zipzig, undead laborers, honored as vital contributors to society.
Death Begets Life looks like a really cool card, but I'm already vibing on this. Oh, I have the Zipzig ceremony actually. That's kind of ironic.
Funerals for those not destined to rise again emphasize strengthening the land over personal glory and wealth, in stark contradiction with the Sultai ways in the old timeline. However, not everyone embraced this new path. From the swamps lying around Kera Temple, Sidisi, former vizier of Silumgar, allied with Rakshasa to restore the old ways, challenging the reformed Sultai's ideals. Leading the rejuvenated Sultai is Kotis, the Fang Keeper, a former farmer turned Zipzig. Revived through a necromantic ritual, Kotis embodies justice and practicality, guiding the clan with a focus on communal prosperity over personal ambition. Alongside him is the spirit dragon Teval, arbiter of virtue, a manifestation of balance and interconnectedness. Teval acts as a check on...
All I'm going to say is humans do everything better than everyone else. We do being dragons, we do being leaders, we do being everything better than fucking dragons. I know it's a story, but I also kind of agree with it in the sense of we are just better. Well, this does include the Naga and some bird people, but I'm biased. I'm biased as shit.
Leadership, ensuring that the clan's actions align with the greater good of the Sultai, swiftly addressing exploitation and wastefulness. Together, Kotis and Teval steer the Sultai towards a future rooted in harmony with the land, resilience, and a profound respect for the cycle of life and death.
Nice.
Across Tarkir's wind-scoured badlands, the Mardu horde surged like a storm, unrelenting, untethered, and swift. They revered speed, the dragon's wings, above all else. Their triad of colors, red, white, and black, mirror their chaotic fervor, communal bonds, and unflinching resolve. From their encampment atop cliffs where an ancient
Okay, they're pretty clear from this image. So basically, they're just Mongolians. Got you.
dragon once fell, the Mardu launched raids with a blend of lightning magic and archery.
We even do destroying ourselves. Counter argument. I disagree. I think that other species are just way faster at getting numbers. I mean, we have dumb people. Every species has dumb people, but like, I disagree. Because we don't eat our children. Not yet. Not yet. But we're one of the species that kind of pushed out cannibalism. So you may think we're better at destroying ourselves, but clearly we are much faster at getting ourselves back. And yeah. I'm just thinking of like those ant species or mantis species where it's like they have hundreds of kids and then all of them die, not because other creatures kill them, because they eat each other. Or they'll give birth to specific insects and mantises that are designed specifically to kill other ones. They'll have specific female mantises that are born for the sole purpose of killing other younglings. I mean, technically we have abortion, but like, it's not. I don't think it. I don't know. Cannibalism is my threshold. No, I'm just saying that's a self-destructive behavior. We have self-destructive behaviors. They have self-destructive behaviors. Like just we're gonna kill each other, sort of thing, for food. They have like inbuilt reasons, you know. It really depends on what you mean by destroying ourselves, to be honest. Because I feel like the species that creates hundreds of itself so that they can go kill each other and eat each other and fuck each other up because they know it's going to happen genetically are probably better at destroying themselves than we are. Because we've got like 8 billion people and we cover the entire planet and we grow by the day. Whereas they do not, in fact, cover the entire planet, you know? Now, there is globalization to thank for part of that, but, and, you know, thousands of years of evolution, but the evolution thing they also could do, so, you know, skill issue on their part.
Striking before foes could even react. In a land offering little sustenance, they survived through conquest, guided by the edicts of Ilagra, a warrior's code.
Okay, where the fuck is Genghis Khan? I'm just questioning, who is Is she Genghis Khan? Is she this version's Genghis Khan? Because I'm looking for Genghis Khan right now.
Inscribed on Dragonhide scrolls. To conquer is to eat. To rule is to bleed. Victory or death. Every Mardu aspired to earn a war name, a rite of passage achieved through acts of brutal honor. Those yet to earn one were called soft heels, while the named ones stood as true warriors. In the altered timeline, Khan Alesha sought unity among the clans, only for dragons to disrupt the summit. Returning to her people, she found Kolagan, the lightning-fast brute leader, surprisingly uninterested in subjugation. Embracing the dragon's challenge, the Mardu cast aside their banners to ride as equals. However, Kolagan's dominance slowly grew oppressive, banning titles like Khan and enforcing rule through fear, effectively eroding Mardu's honor and traditions. The Phyrexian invasion shattered this tyranny. In the aftermath, Zurgo, once a bell striker on the Kolagan, rose as Zurgo Thunder's Decree, leading the Mardu with renewed purpose. Tempered by experience, he forged a disciplined force, uniting dragons and non-dragons alike to ensure the clan's survival. Their spirit dragon, Neriv, Heart of the Storm, embodies the Mardu's essence: swift, fierce, and free. Under Neri's watchful gaze and Zorgo's leadership, the Mardu charge into the future, their battle cries echoing across Tarkir's vast plains. In Tarkir's unforgiving Kal Sisma Mountains, the Timur frontier clan thrives amidst icy peaks and treacherous terrains. Embodying the dragon's aspect of savagery, they revere raw strength and survival.
Sorry, I was looking at your thing. I'd say it's essentially the same rate of destruction. Their mass eradication of each other is evolutionary. It checks number, reduces predation. That's harmful to the ecosystem, bloody as it is. Well, they're too small for it to be bloody. It's more like a yellowy paste that they produce, or yellowy strands of liquid. As for the same rate of destruction, I don't know, man. I feel like theirs is 100 times bigger. Even if you like account stuff like war into it. I mean, I would say we have the opportunity to do more, like nukes. Benefits have our self-destructive tendencies amounted to. Most of the times when we do self-destructive stuff, it is for a value or a gain. War is either a vibe check from people or like it's a pride thing, but it can also very much well be, and most of the time in the past it was a resources game. It was, they have the resources we want, even if we have enough already, so we're going to go take theirs as well. So that is why. A lot of it is pride, but then there's also like slavery, stuff like that. I mean, it's still done in a lot of countries. But what you do is you subjugate another people when you use them as labor. So there's that as well. There's land expansion. You want more space for your people. You have lots of people, so you expand, and thus you conquer, and thus you take over. And it technically self-destructive, technically could be genocidal. It really depends on the context of why it's happening. Let me just read through what I was saying. Needless genocides, that's what I'm saying. Genocides. Ostracism. I don't really think ostracism is self-destructive, to be honest. It might cause people to become self-destructive, but it's not really self-destructive. Usually it's because someone isn't conforming to the bigger picture and aren't helping the rest. They're not actually dying, you know? Unless they, of course, kill themselves. Needless marginalization. It depends on whether it's needless. I want to know what kind of marginalization you think is needless. Aimed at falsely appreciate the value of human existence by devaluing others. I mean, I certainly don't think that's the only way you can value human existence. I think some of the things you're adding in there, because you have that opinion of why that could be the case, but you've got to remember there's like 1,000 reasons to approach any of these things. I mean, genocide could just be simply you fucking hate someone. You hate one group. It could be a superiority complex. It could be inferiority. It could be money. It could be gain. It could be weapons. It could be you have the ability to, so you do so. Ostracism I've already gone over. I mean, I don't think that's really self-destructive behavior. It feels a bit bland comparatively. But I mean, I guess needless marginalization is needless, so it is a bit self-destructive. But that's kind of just the same as ostracism. Falsely appreciate the value of human existence by devaluing. It's a really weird way to sentence that, because that's not what all marginalization is based on. It's more like you want me to focus on one thing rather than actually looking at the real topic. Because, no, sorry, I'm going over that one a bit too much now. But yeah. I mean, I've told you some of the benefits. I mean, I would recommend just thinking about what the benefits are a little bit before you just... I mean, you can dog on them. It's fairly valid, but there is something to think about there.
Instinct. Their triad of colors, green, red, and blue, reflects their harmony with nature, fire resilience, and wisdom. Timur dwellings, often constructed from the bones of fallen dragons, stand as testaments to their enduring spirit. Family bonds are the bedrock of Timur society, almost as important as it is for the Abzan houses. Each family unit operates with autonomy, yet all recognize a first father or mother of the clan, a figure embodying collective wisdom and leadership.
They kind of remind me of in Lorwyn Eclipsed, or Lorwyn, I guess. There's that one species that their whole thing is they're kind of like goblins, but they're not really. They have these aunties and stuff who are part of it, and like they kind of control stuff. That's what it's sounding like. I imagine at the worst it becomes something like that, but usually it's not.
The title of Dragon Claw is bestowed upon the clan's mightiest warrior, while the Hunt Call
Oh, sorry. She looks fucking cool. She reminds me of like, oh, she reminds me of Chinese people, but like also reminds me of, oh, what was it? There was a certain fit that was in Avatar, but also like ceremonial. It's kind of ceremonial vibes, which I guess makes sense since their whole thing is like protections, being together, family units. Makes sense. I think that I vibe with this. Oh, you know what it is? They remind me of East Asians, but like East Asians, maybe Southeast Asians. Is that what I'm thinking of? Very well could be North, somewhere northeastern, but maybe like the Russian Asian mix. I'm not sure. I vibe with it though. I really fuck with it. You know what? It reminds me of fucking Invisimals. I recommend looking up Invisimals. It's gas, but
ensures sustenance for all. Children are trained in combat from a very young age, and even nursing mothers are familiar.
That's my card. I have that card. I got that card in Hollow.
Formidable fighters, defending their kin with unparalleled ferocity. Shamans, known as Whisperers, serve as living conduits to ancestral spirits, preserving the clan's rich oral traditions. Guided by the one who whispers twice, they interpret the will of the ancestors, offering counsel to the Dragon Claw.
Love an unending whisper. Great card. No, hold on. Before I go look for this thing in that game, let me just yeah. Okay, cool.
And maintaining the spiritual health of the clan. These practices, taught by Ugin himself, are integral to the Timur's identity. In both timelines, the Timur played a central part in Tarkis history. In the old timeline, the clan's leader Yazova Dragonclaw was tricked into aiding Nikolbolas in murdering his twin brother Ugin, resulting in the extinction of the dragonkind. In the older timeline, Khan Yazova Dragonclaw's forced alliance with Atarka, the brute leader of the region, led to a devastating purge of the clan's shamans. Stripped of their spiritual leaders, and therefore largely of their identity, the Timur were reorganized into a subservient clan, primarily tasked with feeding Atarka's insatiable hunger. However, remnants of the old ways...
They remind me of bloody Eldrazi. I'm thinking of, what's that gluttonous one called? I forget the name. It's like Kronov or Krokinov? I might be thinking of the wrong one to be fair, but it's like the gluttonous. That's what they're reminding me of right now. This dragon specifically is reminding me of. But I think like as a whole, they kind of got that vibe of massive beast takes over everything, yada yada yada. I actually think that a lot of the ostracism stuff you are describing, just going back to that real quick, is probably actually quite similar to how ostracism looks like without these spiritual leaders. I think that might be what we're missing, like a proper spiritual leader of some kind. You may not think you're missing one, but maybe I'm just talking like a prick right now, but yeah, maybe that is what we're missing. Feels like you're hearing a lot more. I feel like I hear a lot more struggles online and with people. Now maybe if online existed in the past, I wouldn't think the way I do now. There'd be like some evidence of like lots of people still struggling and like en masse. But I feel like the en masseness comes now. Obviously, there's always been people who struggled. But yeah.
Persisted in secrecy, preserving the clan's heritage.
Oh, for fuck's sake! You didn't get it, any of it? Oh shit. Oh fuck. God damn it. This thing, I have to turn it off because if I play anything while this is on,
An invasion disrupted the suppressive order,
it really awkwardly echoes. Like I can't do that. I'm not pro-human life. I'm just pro-human. Life ain't really got much to do with it, but like I like, I think being human is great. I don't think you're describing another picture. I think you're actually describing. I don't think you're describing a picture. I think it's that you're describing like a puzzle. You've got like this 2,000 piece puzzle, and I've described like a couple pieces here and there, and you've described some random other different pieces, and it's kind of just fitting them together and figuring out who's got the most, almost. Did I don't remember if I don't know if I got muted for the other thing. Dying under this cockamamie method of genuinely existing. I said it's a good issue. Yes, I do hate someone, a group, and entire species. Ostracism fuels candidates for contributing to potential damage. Yeah, but those aren't like inbuilt things for self-destruction. Like if we're talking about self-destructive behavior, that's not really self-destructive behavior. That's that like sometimes those can be produced. Yeah, but I wouldn't like attribute that to a whole species. One easy thing to look at is like Japan. Whole lot of ostracism there, but they've yet to kill themselves. You know what? No, I'm wrong there. Sorry, they have killed themselves a lot, but as in wrong terming. Their country still exists. Let's put it that way. It still exists. I shouldn't have brought up Japan. They're super self-destructive, to be fair, in the sense of like suicide rates are very high there. And due to their culture, they have lots of inbuilt ways to ostracize each other. But I feel like that's an extreme. If we're talking about just ostracizing someone in a small group, then it's not really applicable. And most of the time it is a small number of ostracized people. But I was saying something about spiritual leaders, and I was basically saying that probably could prevent most of the ostracism because it could give people more of a space to feel like they can belong to. Obviously, it won't work 100% of the time, but that is the minority. That's not the commonplace.
The team are to reclaim their autonomy once and for all. Under the leadership of the Eshki Dragonclaw, a warrior renowned for her strength and compassion, the clan finally began to heal and rebuild.
I do quite like how she looks. She's kind of, I don't know, she's kind of vibes. I really do wish I could just mute myself. Sorry, I didn't have to mute myself, because I don't like when I accidentally, it misses out what I say. I also worry sometimes that the mic doesn't go fully through. Like I sometimes might cut off. I hope that's not happening too frequently, I will say. But yeah, I'm liking the Clans of Tarkir. I think my favorite ones were my favorite one's got to be Abzan because I'm building a deck around Abzan, and they're also very much vibes. I think the Jess guy are pretty cool, but I personally I like some of the other ones more. I think Sultai are like at the bottom for me. The Mardu is also pretty cool, but I'm liking the Eshki a lot as well. I think like Eshki and Abzan are my tops. Then like maybe Jeskai and Mardu, and then Sultai at the bottom. They're just kind of mid.
Eshki's partnership with Alniul, the current one who whispers twice, exemplifies the balance between...
Motherfucker, you know I didn't say dictatorship. When I say spiritual leader, I mean kind of like how it's being presented here in this thing. Where it's like, I guess the best description would be like a couple of different church leaders. And I don't mean the Pope. That would be like more of a dictatorship thing because it's like one leader who's in charge of everything. Although even in that case, it's still not a dictatorship. I mean more so something like you've got your town, and there's like, there's a couple people who are just like there for vibes that you can speak with or whatever. I don't know. It's almost like town therapy, but not really. I don't know. I mean, I guess the best way I can describe it is like a priest from 100 years ago in their small towns where there'd just be one guy you can go out and meet. And I guess an equivalent now would be like I don't know, every few blocks you have a spiritual location, be it an actual existing religion or like just a smaller scale thing that people can just go visit and talk to, or like, oh, but it doesn't even have to be like that sort of religious thing. It can be someone who's knowledgeable that you can talk to. Think of like maybe not a tribe leader, but like how doctors were perceived. Like I remember that when the way my great grandfather was described to me is he was considered the doctor, but not because he was like a massive practicing surgical doctor, but more so because anyone could come to the village, get given like advice on how to heal themselves, but also like help on anything mental as well. That's kind of what I mean when I say spiritual leader. I'm assuming that's how they're representing it here as well. I can't think of an example off the top of my head that's like a direct example, but that's kind of how I describe it.
Might and wisdom that defines the Timur. Their spirit dragon Ureni, the song Unending, embodies the clan resilience and unity. Ureni's presence reinforces the Timur's commitment to preserving their traditions while adapting to new challenges. Together, Eshki and
one thing I really like in this is just how much of a focus there is on community. It's like, I mean, that is the main reason they fell apart. They lost their community. They lost their groups that they can be part of. I think that's pretty applicable to real life as well. Groups are really important for people. It's why you consider the ostracization a bad thing, because everyone wants to be in a group at least of some kind, be it some sort of something more existential, maybe something more personal, whatever it is. And then, I mean, that's why you got cliques or whatever it's called in like schools and shit, like in America. Even in like normal schools, they have that as well, I'm pretty sure. I don't know, my school kind of had them, but it was very vague. And I couldn't see anyone like making fun of someone else for being in a different one. Chief priests in my culture were the epitome of self-destructive ideas. But I get there's less mystery surrounding knowledge of things, so it has more chances. With the cavalry, I wouldn't know. I'm not saying chief priests. I'm somewhere in between. Sorry, I'm trying to think of how your culture. I don't know which culture we're talking about. I don't know enough about Nigerian culture. When you say chief priest, do you mean like a chief, a leader who is a priest, or do you mean like this just happened to be the head priest? Because if it's the leader who's a priest, that's kind of not what I mean. When I say spiritual leader, I mean someone to guide others in spiritual means, not to guide people in general. Not like a fucking prime minister of priesthood or spirithood.
Ureni guide the Timur frontier toward
Also, it's interesting to think how many chief priests there are in history. Like, just in general.
a future where
everything that has a tribe has a chief, some equivalent of a chief priest.
strength is tempered by wisdom and survival.
But yeah, I do think that the most of the self-destructive things, if we are going to say they're self-destructive, are more than likely just because no one else fucking knew. But now there are ways to know. I'd recommend reading a series called the Scythe book series by Neil Shusterman. No, the chief is the head priest, not the leader. Okay. Well, then I don't really know what the problem is with them. I guess the main problem would be that no one else knows. So I guess it's just following one thing is kind of stupid. But I do think that's one of the benefits of, surprisingly enough, someone who I personally don't really care for AI, but I do think to an extent that is the benefit of AI, is you can have a being who knows fucking everything, and I don't know, they're not gonna. Only the people who made it can abuse it. You know what I'm saying? And even then, it's difficult. Something I was going to say and I missed it. Hold on. Oh yeah, I was saying that you should definitely try and read the book, the Scythe series by Neil Shusterman. It basically goes over the idea of an AI leader who is in fact impartial and what it looks like to have all information. I mean, there is the caveat that the main plot line is about how there was a discovery for immortality and everyone has access to it. And there's a group of people called the Scythes who kill people, but they're like allowed to kill people, and like when they're dead, they're dead. They can't get brought back. I don't think I think it's an interesting way to look at things, because it is a fun way to look at things as like, oh yeah, there's no like emotional god entity that pretends that it knows what it's talking about when it can't explain it to anything. Which, by the way, is like the key factor of saying that you understand something is being able to explain it to someone dumber than you. So the fact that AI and these divine beings can't do that is like fucking stupid. It means they don't actually understand what they're talking about. But now I've got myself lost off in something else. Point being, that'd be a nice society to live in, I'd say, overall. I mean, even self-destructive things are accounted for by the massive AI that can see everything, you know?
Is achieved through unity. For generations, Tarkir was a land defined by laws, first of its dragons, then of its clans. Its history was a fractured tale caught between timelines, rewritten by time magic and scarred by draconic domination. But with Tarkir Dragonstorm, that cycle has turned again. Each clan, reborn through the Storm Nexus ritual, now walks alongside a spirit dragon, not a tyrant, but a reflection. These dragons do not rule, they represent. They do not suppress, they guide. And the clans who once fell now rise again, not as warlords, but as stewards of memory, of meaning, and of change. From the sun-drenched kin trees of the Abzan to the frost-cracked bones of the Timur Peaks, from jungle necropolis.
I try not to rely on AI, but it does help articulate larger thoughts that people are too retarded to immediately remedy. But then it's more articulate. Between what you already know of AIs. Yeah. It's just whatever the human race knows. Which was a persistent problem with them articulating research. Well, it depends. I feel like there's a very steady amount of both with how much information they have access to, you know. The main times I use AI are I can't finish something in time, or I have used it a couple times in games to like make teams or something, but only if the game has like 400 fucking characters and I don't want to, you know, go through 400 characters and 400 conversations and this and that and this and that, and when it's not that obvious, you know. God fucking damn it, Fate Grand Order. Oh my god, it's hell. Probably shouldn't rely on it in like lots of things, but it's for me it's useful because I struggle with choosing. I struggle with being like yeah, I guess yeah, choosing is probably the best way to say it. So it's kind of like having another person with you to talk about it, but you don't have their biases into it. You have the whole world's biases in it instead, depending on which one you're using. There probably is a way to make sure AIs aren't biased, but until then, there's going to always be a struggle with them. I also do find some are better at other things than others. Like if I want input on a political thing, I'll probably go to like something like Grok. If I want something that's like asinine, I'll go to ChatGPT. And if I'm actually mentally disabled, I'll go to Gemini. If I've given up on life, I'll just use the Google one.
To windswept battlefields, the world of Tarkir is no longer what it was. It's what it's becoming. And this time, its future belongs not to one timeline, but to all.
By the way, if this doesn't get another set soon, I'm gonna fucking break down because this is like I feel like from what I'm aware of it, it's gonna be a great thing to set up something potential in the future.
Who endure, adapt, and rise. Tarkir is ultimately a world in motion. Its clans rekindled, its spirit dragons are reawakened, and its people no longer bound to the fate of dragon lords nor to the weight of their broken past. But if you do want to dive deeper into Tarkir Dragonstorm's storyline, the characters, the ritual, the turning points, be sure to check out my dedicated story breakdown, either on screen right now or in the video description down below. Everything you need to know to keep on track with Tarkir's story and unraveling the plane's tangled thread.
I'm pretty sure I like that video. Anyway, that's the Dragonstorm for next time. I kind of want to do something else now. I just don't know what. Oh, I just opened the same fucking video. Okay, what else do we have that I can just yoink? Maybe the mana breakdown? That's 19 minutes. I could probably go through that. That's interesting. It's like, computer, find me a book that helps that with pulse-based thinking. And oh, computer, what is the 15th derivative of E over X sinks inks? Computer, my asexual really just desensitized. Computer. That's how it feels. That is actually how it feels using AI sometimes. I'll be honest, I think asexuality isn't a real thing. I keep hearing of people who are like that, but I just I'm physically unable to believe that's a real thing. It to me, whenever I think of asexuality and you look through that person's history, it's almost always something else. Like, yeah, I'm desensitized to, from porn. I watch so much porn that I now feel desensitized to sex, so I don't want to do it anymore. Same with aromantic. Aromantic just makes you sound like an asshole. It's just, I feel a bit like, you can have a day or a month or whatever where you're depressed or some shit and you just don't feel like having a romantic relationship. It's valid. Is it though? I don't think it's that much of a hot take. I just think it's just not commonly seen online, and not many people. Surprisingly few people are online. Surprisingly few people are on the same thing, as well. If you think about the 8 billion people on the planet, most apps have like what 100 million users. I think most sexualities are that, to be honest. I think I can think of a reason why the LGB exist. Like, I think I can actually think of reasons in like logic why that would happen. The rest of them, they're bullshit. Like, they're bullshit. There's someone who's they want you want attention. You watch too much porn. That's usually what it is. Or the other route of words don't mean what they meant. So now people just make up fucking meanings, or they misunderstand things because nothing's solid anymore, which makes people make up bullshit for attention. I will not name anything because I do not want my. I don't know. I don't know what. I don't. I still want to get new viewers eventually, But like, I feel like a lot of it's like an onion. Every layer you peel off makes you cry a little bit because you realize how fucking stupid what you're doing is. You know? Like, oh yeah, waving a flag for a purpose is weird, but making new flags for a bunch of fake shit isn't weird. Fuck? You know? I feel so bad for all of those autistic and retarded people who really like flags, because I feel like that's been ruined for them, because they have to now be like sexually something else, because otherwise they'll just feel uncomfortable constantly. So it's awful for them. I feel bad for them. Anyway, let's watch this video.
Hello folks, and welcome to The Lair. Today, we'll have to take a little detour from the events concerning the artifact cycle and analyze what happened to Dominaria and the people inhabiting it after the ruinous Silex blast. To do that, we will gloss over 2 articles and 4 different books, including an entire cycle, over the course of 2 videos. The events we'll be referring to today are narrated in the Colors of Magic anthology, edited by Jess Lebo and published in 1999, while the technical insights of the topics we'll cover will come both from this anthology and from the Ice Age cycle, which we will explore more in detail next time. While these stories do not necessarily add a lot to Magic's world as a whole, there's still great follow-ups for anyone who's read the Brothers' War. That is because they're supposed to take place right in the wake of the Brothers' War, precisely to show what happened to Dominaria after the Silex blast, while also providing crucial understanding of some of the base mechanics revolving around the magic system and how it works. So sit back, relax, and enjoy. Although unaware of that, by detonating the Silex on Argoth, Urza permanently altered the Dominaria's climate system and plunged the entire world into an ice age that lasted for 2,500 years, from 450 AR to 2934
Just a short amount of time, got you.
AR. The 4 centuries between the blast in 64 AR and the true beginning of the Ice Age in 450 AR are referred to in Dominarian historiography as Dark Age. The results of the blast, needless to say, were devastating. Civilizations were destroyed and countless lives were lost. Worse perhaps was the loss of the knowledge those civilizations had gained. Across Dominaria, once mighty empires and centers of learning were reduced to little more than squabbling tribes of primitives fighting over the meager supply of plants and animals. During this time, Dominaria's climate progressively became colder and resources scarcer. In every land, despots and tyrants would easily take advantage of the difficult situation to gain control over the population and rule it through fear. Moreover, because of how the Brothers' War went down, the use of magic was in this period completely forbidden by the Church of Tal, a widely followed religious order on Teresiare in the years following the Brothers' War. It was a time of
Side note, that guy kind of reminds me of Conquest from Invincible.
corruption and prosecution. Mages had to practice in secret, and had they been
Okay, sorry, visually, his text was like, how can anyone fight so much yet enjoy it so little? Oh, never mind, I was right. Yeah, never mind. I take it back. He's literally just Conquest. I'm conquesting it.
discovered, death would have been their punishment. Among all the stories that can be found in the Colors of Magic anthology, there is one that is more interesting to us than the others, and that is Lauren's Smile by Jeff Grubb. You can find a direct link to the story in the description below, and I highly suggest you to have a look at that, as it is an overall very nice, telling, and emotionally powerful reading. In the description, you will also find another short story alongside this one. Its title is The Mana Bond, and it holds some meaningful insights into the mechanisms of mana and how it works. I suggest that too. Back to Lauren's Smile, the plot is really simple. It picks up the story of Feldon, the artificer from Theresia City that we mentioned in the last video, 10 years after the end of the Brothers' War, as he attempts, through artifice and the 5 colors of magic, to bring back from the dead an Argivian scholar whom he loved, named Lauren.
Somehow, because he doesn't have black mana, I'm going to assume he was unsuccessful.
Lauren had during her life joined the scholars in Theresia City and co-founded with Feldon the Third Pact, an alliance of magic users, historians, intellectuals, and artificers from across Teresiare that sought neutrality in the war between Urza and Mishra. Despite being very linear, the story is of crucial importance in understanding some of the core mechanics of Magic's world, because
this motherfucker, I already know his name. I actually know this guy's name. If there was a guy who looked exactly like this IRL, his name is Rishketh Mohammed, or it's some like random bullshit like David, or maybe like a Jed. What else? Lots of J's I can imagine. I can imagine him being called Manny, to be fair. Just while we're on the topic of names. I don't know. He's just like, he's got a really brutally something face.
a large part of it actually revolves around Feldon encountering users of the various colors of magic and learning a different lesson from them each time, essentially building up an explanation of how magic and summoning work throughout the whole book. I want to thank Alzentar, Nev Mizzet, and the Loxley from Reddit, whose comment on a related thread have actually been very useful in helping with my own understanding of this system. "She isn't real," cried Feldon, spitting out the words. "I rule in the blue," said the sorceress, "and blue is the stuff of air and water, of mind and imagination. I cannot bring back that which is gone, only create its image. If you want her truly back, you must seek
So, not Manny. Okay.
another." "Who is this other?" asks Feldon, and the sorceress hesitated. Again Feldon asked, "Who is this other?" The sorceress looked at him with cold crystalline eyes. "There is a swamp further north. He who lives there rules in the black. He can bring back what you seek, but be warned. His price is higher than mine." In the world of Magic the Gathering, magic is based on memories
Okay, this is the art for Strixhaven.
and past experiences, and a player's library represents all the memories and experiences that they have gained on their journey so far. Okay guys, follow me here because things are about to get a little messy. To help in finding our way through this mist, I will often quote back to Lauren's Smile to better understand this system. Magic is the skill of generating mana, a particular form of energy obtained by channeling a certain kind of memories and of harnessing this energy to physically recreate and give shape to other memories. Lands represent the places associated with these memories, while the spells a planeswalker, or a player for that matter, casts are the representation of those memories. The old man sighed and raised.
So we're just throwing each other's memories at each other? That's kind of boring. It's kind of weird. But alright.
Raised a hand towards the fire. He unlocked a part of his brain that held the memories of the mountains around them. He pulled the energies from those lands, as he learned to do in Teresia City with Drafna, Urkil, the Archmandite, and the other mages of the Ivory Towers. He concentrated, and the flames writhed as they
Got you, so he's just like remembering. But yeah, okay, never mind.
Rose from the logs, twisting upon themselves until they finally formed a soft smile. Lauren's smile. It was the most that he could do. In the multiverse, anyone can be trained to use magic. However, planeswalkers have a unique versatility to it because of how easily they can gain experience from a variety of planes and other realities. In this framework, creature spells appear to be quite unique. In fact, when a planeswalker casts a creature spell, they do not truly summon that specific creature from somewhere else in the multiverse. Rather, the idea is that every creature leaves a trace of some kind in the ether found in blind eternities between planes. After having encountered this trace, planeswalkers are able, through memory, to conjure up constructs made of mana that are...
Okay, so they're more like basically they're able to like remember the imprints that people have made and creatures have made on space and time itself, and then kind of like they use magic to fill in that space and then they bring it to wherever they are. Gotcha.
Exact copies of any creature that has existed in any given time somewhere in the multiverse. When you cast a spell using fire, explained the scholar, I believe you do not create fire. Rather, you take the magical energy and form it into the shape of fire, which then does your bidding. It is for all intents and purposes fire, but it is made of magic. But what when I use fire? Asked Feldon. Or when the hermit calls a great worm? The scholar waved his hand. Different uses for the same tools. Yes, in those cases it is real fire and it is a real worm, but the magic alters it. For the moment, assure that you can create something made of magical energy. If you study me, he said, you would be studying that which makes me a scholar. Therefore, you could call at a later time that part of me which is my scholarliness and rely on its advice. With non-legendary creatures, this translates into an ideal or archetype version retrieved from the planeswalker's memory of whatever creature they're summoning. So, when a planeswalker is summoning a Llanowar Elves, for instance, they're actually creating a construct of the general idea of a Llanowar Elves that they have stored in their memory, rather than calling on any one specific Llanowar Elf. When summoning legendary creatures, things are a little bit trickier. In this case, the planeswalker has to create a much more detailed construct of a specific being, molding it with precision and care. This is why only one copy of any legendary creature can exist at any given time, because the degree of similarity between two copies would be so high that it would basically make them identical. This reading of the creature...
So what I'm guessing is that in that case, when you bring in a token copy of a creature that's a legendary and you remove the legendary thing, you are now instead using the memory of the idea of the creature that you've made to create like a duplicate of itself, which isn't... It's because you're using the idea of something that's already in front of you. You don't have to like think about how unique it is, because you're not doing it based on its uniqueness. It's the same thing. It does the same thing, but it's like a vague idea. It's like the impression of that creature, and because it's right in front of you, you can basically like you can add the details to the epoxy, so to speak, when it forms. I guess I don't know. What am I saying?
Creature summoning system also plays well into how different versions of the same legendary creatures can actually exist at the same moment. That is because they would represent two different memories of the same individual as they were at any two or more different points in time. This interpretation of the magic system is interesting because it implies that to use magic, planeswalkers and spellcasters in general have to adopt a remembering mindset, whereby they start replaying random moments of their life through their minds, and because at the beginning of combat they've just started to remember, they have little mana to work with as well. But as time goes by and they remember more and more things, they have a lot more resources and memories to work with.
So if when I won, I said some shit like, I understand it now, or like, I remember having won before this. Basically, I'm just like, I'm being a cunt. No, but also like, that's kind of how it ends. I don't know, I'm saying words.
Like cards in the game. When Feldon opened his eyes, Lauren was there. She was perfect and whole, and as young as when he first met her at the gates of Theresia City. "You're not her," he said at last. "No, I'm not," she said, her voice in the lilting Argemian accent he remembered. "We both know that, and you know that I could be nothing less than what you remember of her. You remember her as being honest and strong. I am the sum of her, taken through your feelings. I am what you remember." "You are memories," sighed Feldon, "and though you are pleasant memories, I must leave you as such. If you are here, you're no more than the automation in the garden, an unliving, an imitation of what was. I am sorry. I went through so much trouble to bring you about, but I know that I cannot keep you." Okay, so with all of this in our back pocket, keep in mind that what follows is pure speculation. This interpretation of the magic system as I presented it to you would also explain why so many cards causing players to mill their decks are thematically related to amnesia. Because a planeswalker's library is technically that planeswalker's long-term memories and subconscious mind too. Following this line of reasoning, the hand of a player would be their active thoughts, what they're currently thinking about and planning to do in the next few seconds in a real-time planeswalker's duel scenario. Indeed, discard spells that target this area of the game are usually related to trauma and shock. This is also why a player's hand is capped at 7 cards. Because according to Miller's law, that is the maximum number of things that a human mind can hold in his short-term memory at the same time. And this would also explain why the cards that temporarily or permanently increase hand size tend to be books or something that is somehow related to the mind. Finally, when a planeswalker empties their library, this represents their thoughts running out, their mind going blank. Therefore, they lose the duel as they are reduced to a deranged or comatose state. Cards such as Laboratory Maniac revert this as the planeswalker using it embraces madness to somehow get ahead and win the battle through it. Of course, not every summoning always goes according to the plans of the summoner. Feldon took a deep breath and called upon the powers of the land. He thought of the nervous scholar in his thick spectacles, rummaging relentlessly through the decaying paper and rotting vellum. He tried to call a being that summed up the nature of the creature in one place. There was a pause, and then an identical duplicate of the scholar appeared. No, not identical. It was taller, and its flesh had a ruttler hue, but it was thin and nervous and had thick spectacles and a knowing manner. The scholar, the real one, walked up to the created being and looked over his glasses at it. The duplicate did the same. Feldon was amazed. "Is it real?" he choked out at last. The scholar reached out and touched the quasi-duplicate, and the duplicate touched back. "Feels like it," said the scholar. "A lot of the little details are wrong, but you aren't just summoning me. You're summoning the essence of my me-ness as a scholar. You can keep this me around by keeping that part of your mind aware of me, but it isn't me, that is." Now that we all have a good grasp of how the magic system works, the next question actually comes natural. What about the colors of magic? Well, memories
Man, I just love talking about people's colors.
vary depending on the individual, and so does the way of channeling it. Each of the 5 colors represents a set of beliefs and principles. A color's philosophy explains how devotees of that color see the world, what dreams drive their actions, and what resources they have at their disposal. Speaking of colors, the Colors of Magic Anthology is also quite interesting for its depiction of, well, the colors of magic, and each of the 5 colors is given a short introductory description before the first story
Fatty.
regarding that specific color. White, for
You know what? I just thought about something. This makes more sense for the card Adventurous Eater. Because Adventurous Eater is some chick holding like a kebab. That's it. This sounds like it's more valid. Or maybe if she was eating like a pest or something. Like, I'm just imagining some chick just going on one of these things in the background.
true description before the first story regarding that specific color. White, for instance, is presented at the very beginning of the book as the color of temptation and innocence, of purity and civility. Green calls to the living, he said. Black calls to the dead. Blue creates the shadow of life. Red consumes, and that's very important as well, because you must often destroy before you can build. I study, and the magic I wield is white, which is the magic of comprehension and understanding. As you can see, the color pie is represented by a circular pattern, and a stylized version of it can actually be found on the back of every Magic the Gathering card. Colors that are represented adjacent in the wheel supposedly share relatively similar ideologies and are thought of as allied colors. In contrast, those on opposite sides of the wheel have radically contrasting views of the world and are referred to as enemy colors. Each color then carries strengths and vulnerabilities, and planeswalkers can offset the latter by tarnishing themselves with spells of other colors. This versatility, of course, comes at a price, in this case, the consistency of that spellcaster's mana base. Last but not least, we need to keep in mind that planeswalkers and other characters of Magic's lore in general are fully developed and complex individuals who are not simply defined by a graph or a set of predetermined attributes. What I mean is that although, for instance, organization and selflessness are typical attributes of a white philosophy, an organized or selfless character is not automatically white. Rather, a character that values organization and selflessness could be white, but also red or black for that matter. An example of this could be the organization required to mathematically design the destruction of Void, or the efficient cost targeted obliteration of Terminate. What is true for white is also true for other colors, of course, such as green interdependence clashing with the self-concern showed in the form of life gain. But that does not make green or white characters automatically selfish. Another thing to keep in mind, just like in our world, is the huge power of influence. If non-black characters, for instance, spend a great amount of time near black characters, they will likely start doing some things that could be considered selfish or outright black. This does not necessarily make the former group black, as countless variables might have influenced them. For instance, they might have suffered peer pressure, or they could have been charmed by concepts of immortality. They could be overseeing the implications of their actions, or they could even be in the process of reconsidering their own views of the world, making a partial or complete shift towards the new color. Finally, influences also come from bloodline, race, and occupation. If the individual in question is a goblin from the Azorius Senate, a white and blue guild from the plane of Ravnica, they may be blue-white, but they will also most likely have a red influence tied to their race, and that will certainly surface in their action and thoughts. Usually, when an opposing influence surfaces, its function is to tone down and dilute the other colors of that specific individual. For instance, a black-red character with a white opposing influence will be a much calmer and softened version of any pure black-red character. Ultimately, just like in real life, there are no one-sided characters in Magic's world, and each individual will be different from the others depending on their experiences, beliefs, and choices. Thank you for watching this episode of my Magic.
Cool. That was interesting. That'll hopefully go on to affect how I think of things. I think I generally knew about the colors, but it was interesting to find out like how mana itself works, and how different creatures and spells, like what is actually going on the field. So I like that. That was interesting for sure. I don't really know what I'm gonna do next. Probably just gonna actually start following the proper story next stream. But I think for like the actual videos, because otherwise, again, Manny will explode. I will leave it there for now. Actually, let me check on Discord real quick because I asked my friend if he could help me. He hasn't sent me any messages, so no. No one can fix what I've made, the mess I've made here. Okay. For fuck's sake. I was going to lose the routine that comes with engaging with you. It's not fair in itself, it's merely symbolic. My only source of social engagement. Never seen enforcement of abuse. I mean, yeah. Sometimes it is too bad that people can't. I'm assuming the reason why is because we don't agree on everything, but like, that's just how life is, really. Sometimes people disagree on stuff. Sometimes people disagree more frequently. Sometimes people don't disagree as much. It really depends on what topic as well. I mean, I definitely think for you, the best streams for you are definitely my drawing streams, because then we can actually focus on what, like, a skill both of us have. So that's a benefit. I get it. I've got to think. I kind of want to continue. I want to continue streaming. I'm just thinking about what to do next. Got an idea. Hold on. I'm gonna go Mua for a bit. Sorry for the magic aspect that's kind of missing now. I want to go Mua just because I've realized I may have forgotten my dailies yesterday, and I don't really want to. Well, sorry, not dailies. I forgot the orb thing I got yesterday, so I want to check in on that. Just see if I can get another one today. I was on like the last day or two, I'm pretty sure as well. So if it reset, I'm gonna be pissed. I can't remember. I genuinely cannot remember if I went on yesterday, which probably means I didn't. I know I went on the day before that. I went on the day before that. I went on the day before that, and yeah, I fumbled at the end, which is kind of embarrassing. Hopefully I didn't, and hopefully everything's all good. But that'll be frustrating. The problem is I don't really play any games on my phone. The only game I play on my phone is FGO, which means I'm kind of limited on what stuff I'm doing. If I start up, there we go. Oh, and it crashed immediately. What the fuck? What's going on? Hold on. If there is a game people see that they want me to try that I've got on here that I just haven't played online, I'm down to. Most of these games I've touched for like a few hours, but some of them I've never touched in my life. I'm assuming this is where we're at. It is where we're at. Okay, cool. But yeah, knowing more about stuff like with magic and all that really does make me like it more. It's just fun to know more about things. For moi, it's a pattern, and what as you are, I don't know. I always end up with him dumping me. Yeah. Yeah, I've noticed that most people, like, there's a lot of people who use other people specifically for therapy. It's a bit weird, isn't it? I've been used for it. I've had friends who are used for it. The best way in life is both people should be a therapist. I mean, I shouldn't be using therapy because I'm streaming. That's just weird. It's an odd thing to do. But like, I'm free for therapy. But you probably also shouldn't be using me for therapy too much, considering I am, a streamer. sounds like a profession when I call it a streamer, but it's not really a profession right now. But then again, you don't just call yourself not a cook because you've only been cooking for like a day or a week or something. Anyway. You can use me for therapy in private. It sounds so, like, it sounds oddly sexual. It sounds weird. But yeah. Sometimes I do worry that I'm using my friends too much for therapy, but at the same time, like, it's not like I don't do the same for them or for other people. So I get the fear. Also, I think I know why they dumped you. It's because you say Watashi well. Enochian magic? What the fuck? Oh, is he called Enochian magic? What? I don't know what Enochian magic is. Has been pretty nice. It was a layman? What? No, that, no, full silence. I mean, it's good that it feels mutual. I'm confused by your sentence. Enochian? What the fuck is Enochian? Is that the server the thing I was watching, or is? Like this? Ceremonial magic? Oh yeah, because you were saying that you were looking into magic or some other random bullshit last time. Okay, I remember now. There's a layman. I don't know what a layman is. I don't like puzzles enough. I don't like puzzles. Kind of ironic that I play magic when I don't like puzzles, but well, to be fair, I don't like puzzles. I like puzzles to an extent. I can't quite say I dislike puzzles in general. I just only have I don't like all puzzles. No, that's better. I hate how long this bloody fucking thing takes. God damn it. Mr. Sandman, why are you still at 75%? 80%. Make her the prettiest that I've ever seen. Oh, Mr. Sandman, bring me your dream. Make her the prettiest that I've ever seen. Oh, Mr. Sandman, not on there. Yeah, I get you. Somebody just admitting I'm mildly inconvenienced. Feels like, oh my god, help me. I'm an income. Help me. It's easy when you're out. Oh shit. Yeah. Fuck, please tell me I didn't actually miss. What the fuck is this? You know what? Fine, I won't warn you. Whatever, who cares? Alright. Okay. One more day and we'll see if I fucked up. One more day. I can't tell if that... Hopefully that is 9 days. Anything else I'm missing here? What on earth is this? Oh shit. She's here. How do you work again? I forgot. I have forgotten. What is your combat
The
role?
power to split and merge matter.
I don't care about you. Alright, fuck off. Cool. I'll probably do that at some point. Alright, let's make sure I get everything else done and dusted. I don't really want to play this right now, so I'm not gonna. But we'll see later. New bundles? What do you mean? No. I don't really want any of these bundles. I'm just looking at them because it annoys me when I see the red dots. They frustrate me. Confirm. Cool. We got some sort of phantom bullshit. 61. 69. Blah, 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 blah. I don't think I convene right. I can convene right now. Sorry. Okay, so yeah, Cartefia. I don't really care about her, but yeah, her sword, cool, whatever. Can I spin? No. Okay. Do I do this? I don't think I do. I think I should just save up for other stuff. I'll probably just focus on Cyberpunk. Guidebook. 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 Boom boom. Guidebook. Guidebook. Boom boom. I think I'm gonna just take a small break from the Wuthering Waves though, because like as in streaming it, because I feel like I've done it so frequently that it's getting a bit much. This isn't the Woo-Wah channel. This is my interests channel. Actually, I think I know what we're gonna be doing tomorrow. I've got to figure stuff out today because I'm not sure about the deets of what I'm gonna be doing. But one thing I thought about doing was there it is. Building this on stream. I've shown off my G-Quarks before, so this isn't anything too new, but this is the red Gundam from G-Quarks. So I might just have a couple streams where I build that on stream. But at the same time, it takes a lot of hours and I won't be able to reach out. So there is that. That's probably, so maybe I'll just upload it as a video. Some more pictures. It's really cool.
Right up my alley.
This is like the insides. It's all pieces. It's the Woo Watch. Fuck off. Fuck off. I need to do less Woo Watch, really. I think next time I play a video game, it's going to have to be like a different video game. You know?
Yeah, could use a little unwind.
What the fuck is going on? Wait, what?
Well, well. Don't think I've ever seen a score that.
I cleanse the
I just need to do a different video game next time, so... I'm just thinking, what do I do? Because part of me is like, oh yeah, I might just have a scroll through my games next time and just be like, just before stream or whatever, and just like, only focus on, you can upload some as videos and live stream building some of it. Yeah, that might be the way to do it. I kind of, because I'm doing cat sitting for like the next week, so part of me wants to just build it when I'm out cat sitting. I can spend like a couple minutes doing it, bring it back home. And if I'm streaming, I'm not going to want to do that. And the other part of me wants to build it on stream. Maybe some days I can just do it here, and some days where I don't feel like I'm going to want to do much in the evening, or I don't feel like doing much that day. And then other days where I like, you know, I'm feeling pretty up to it, I'll just do otherwise. Like today, I'll probably go do there. I'll start it off, and then yeah, okay. Anyway, that's not the one I was going to show off. Yeah, I'm just using it as an excuse to do like the bare minimum of content. All right, let's immediately leave that after being on for 5 minutes. Do you have actually, you know, have a peek at what games I have and just have some opinions. We got Shadow Warrior 2, Siberian Time Travel, which I play this sometimes at the start of stream, like before I start streaming, because it's really short. Stick It to the Stickman, 2XKO, Mortal Shell, Borderlands 2, Wonder Song, which was pirated, but I need to buy it at some point because I actually really like that game. Cat Sitting Hun. Pretty kawaii. I'll send some pictures of the cat. How's that sound? Atmosphere, Steel Hunters, Cross Out, World of Warships, Realm of the Mad God, something. Swords and Souls, never seen. If you've played the Swords and Souls games on PC, that's what that is from. Brawlhalla, Minecraft, Terraria, The Elder Scrolls, Stone Machia, Wuthering Waves, Punching Grey Raven, Etheria Restart, Breachblade Souls, Breach Our Brave Souls, Neverness to Everness, Honkai Staria, Protocol Star Resonance, Devil May Cry, Devil May Cry, Devil May Cry, Devil May Cry, and Devil May Cry. League of Legends, Marvel Rivals, Professor, Ultra Kill, Neon Abyss, Clone Drone, In the Danger Zone, Mullet Mad Jack, Enter the Gungeon, Children Water, some modding stuff here if I ever wanted to do mods, Roblox, Steam, Riot. Got some stuff down here like a demo I did on another stream, Curse of the Demon, Dead Gods, Muramasa Burden, Drive Through, Traditional Simulator, Tabletop Simulator, Legends of Runeterra, Magic Arena, Among Us, Goose, Duck, Repo, What the Pack, Reanimal, Grandpa Hound Life Retro, Grandpa Hound Retro. We Become What We Watch, I think that's what it's called. Goat Simulator, Totally Accurate Battlegrounds Simulator, Chess Evolution, I think that's called. Chess Evolved, Crab Game. These are porn. And then Pokemon stuff. I could do ROM hacks, to be fair. That might be the way to go. I can try a couple of ROM hacks. That might be fun. I like making a good few ROM hacks. If you've got any recommendations, do tell. I've got a few here. I've made some progress on some of them, so if I do play one of them, I will have to figure out where I am in it. But that is an option. But yeah. I think, I want to be honest, I want to stream for a bit longer. I'm going to play some more games. Fuck it. I'm going to play some games. I like Clone Drone, but I don't really want you guys to see me get killed 40 times. So not Clone Drone, not Mullet Magic. Let's do Siberian Time Traveling Warrior. If you don't like pixel games, then I'd recommend leaving now. Because oh my fucking god, this is pixel. No. If I click off, apparently it tells me to go fuck myself. Forgot that. And put that back up. I haven't played the game you mentioned. I think maybe Stone Machia again, League of Legends, and Among Us, if that's still in season. Also, yes, I'd like to see the game. Mortal Kombat. I don't have Mortal Kombat, unfortunately. I want to get the Mortal Kombat 1 and Mortal Kombat 2 and watch the movie as well. But no. My Steam, if you just look on it real quick, I can just scroll through it real quick. A lot of this is stuff I just don't have. So if there's any weird shit, assume it's because I saw it for free and was just like, oh yeah. Grandpa How America Show was really fun. I do recommend it. I did finish it all in 2.6 hours though, so I'm waiting for the next DLC, which, as you can see from the updates, not right now. It's not happening just yet. Five Nights at Freddy's, Goat Simulator. That's a Fallout New Vegas. Apparently, I bought. Did I buy Fallout New Vegas? I don't remember buying that. I'll be honest. Maybe I saw like a Fallout collection. I forgot that Jesus Christ. I don't think I bought it. I think it was for free because there's. Surely I didn't. I refuse to believe that. I refuse. I've just decided to refuse it. I have no idea what half these fucking games are because they were free games I saw. That was free. This was 100% free. There's no way it wasn't. I did not buy Halo. I refuse to believe I bought Halo. No. Oh yeah, my friend here, he fucking loves Halo. I'm sure he'll be pleased if I do that. Helltaker, Hitman. Got so much random shit. Mortal Shell. Paradox Zone. I wanted to play Spore at one point, but it was really hard for it to start up, so I never did. But yeah, there's a couple things. I'm sure that at any point you can just go back on there, just skip right to the end, and you'll see all the all the stuff. Okay. Yeah, I'll probably play this for like a couple minutes. You'll see why I don't play this fully. Because it fucking restarts it every time. Your deny is very akin to a man who has just discovered he's gay. As these guys are saying, bruh. Also, hold on. Why is there no volume? Did I remove volume for this, or... This is going to piss you off really quickly, but it's fine. I had a friend who didn't want to be gay, and he made like everyone else's problem. I don't care if you're gay, I don't care if you're bi, I don't care what you are. Oh fuck. The fumble is sorry, there's something, basically you have to time things in this game. And your boy sucks at that. Sometimes. You will see foolish mistakes from me. I can't avoid it. It's very clearly meant to be played on like an old TV or something. I fucking love playing as Mr. Hootspur. I think you are meant to play it like that, but I've never killed that guy like that, ever. This is the literal first... Oh, for fuck's sake. I missed out on the money. No! God damn it. No, I don't want to. Let me go back. No! Oh, it was me. I'm foolish. Oh well. Hell no. Die. If you ask me what the plot of this is, I don't know. It's just, we've been sent back in time. Well, no, I do not. We've been sent back in time. No, fuck, what am I not? We have been sent forward in time. Fuck's as a, like, barbarian. And, sorry, we are a barbarian who's been sent back in time. And we're basically just going through, like, the experiences of being in, like, a cyberpunk world as a barbarian. I would get that box, but I will be hit, and I don't want to. So I'm good. Don't go in the fucking... Oh, thank God. I love being able to skip most of the stuff by just running forwards. Chutzpah, 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 chutzpah. I heard one guy say chutzpah and now it's in my vocab. Just cause. Let's keep going. Oh shit, yeah. Stupid. Why did I not wait? I thought I could run through it like the other thing, but apparently I could not. That was embarrassing. I think I can get through the rest without using any health points, so I'm just gonna keep going. Gonna keep running at it. There we go. Alright. First boss mission. That was really fast, I know. I'm just impressed with that. You only have a proxy sword. Ha 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 ha. See me styling on these holes. Putrescent wanker. I like it, that's a good word. I'm stealing it from you. Get on the wall again. Fine. I'll allow you. Laser beams, you say? Oh, fuck's sake. God damn it. Get almost to the end and then we fuck up. I fuck up, sorry. Not we. What's going on here? It was meant to be that you do that. Why were you not aiming at me in the air? What did I do wrong? What did I do? What did I do? We're going down? Alright. I don't know why he comes down ever. I think that's the stupidest mechanic ever. Because it's like, why would you do that? You're in this massive fucking wormy dealy. Because you're not that guy. Don't go around telling people. I will tell everyone. So here, take this. You unlocked Combat Roll. Use D to roll and avoid enemy attacks. By the way, so you're aware, I'm just playing with A, S, and D. And then arrow keys are for moving. Okay. Bam. There we go. Oh. The fuck? Whoa! What? Alright, cool. I appreciate it. I'm not going to complain at all, because I'm... What? What's happening? Why have I both lost it and won it? The fuck? This is bullshit. Hold on 1 second. Yeah. Oh yeah, no, because you're not jumping, you're dodging. Praise my ass, you fat bastard. You chinka chunk. Let me bring back the stream because I accidentally went off for a second. Alright. It's quite well made, I'd say this game is. I can't remember if this is a free game or if I got it for... Why did I not go forwards? Why am I retarded? This guy's too fast. He's a fat guy, but his whole shtick is going really fast. Bullshit. Oh, what the fuck? What do you mean you went against your one thing that's meant to be... Oh, fuck. Your main weakness. Alright. There we go. Now I just can't get hit, otherwise I die. I've never actually gone to the boss... Oh, fuck. I've never actually gone to the boss for this second area. Because I fuck around too much at the start. Alright, we're out of money now, which is very unfortunate. But oh well. I'm still disappointed by the fact that it told me I won and then told me I didn't win. It's very confusing. Yep, bombs away. Alright, let me go. Okay, there we go. Bruh. As you can see, these guys are like my main weakness. This one dude. Sometimes it goes well, mostly doesn't. Also, I love the implication that this guy thinks he's fucking Kratos. Or he's comparable in any way to Kratos. The fucking god of war. Oh, come on. If you fucking despawn, I'm gonna be so mad. Whatever, I lost one no matter what. Alright. This one's whole shtick is it does these rocks. Pretty easy to dodge, to be fair. The problem is it restarts every time I try to play this. So I can't, like, just fully grasp an area. Not to be super whiny, because I realise I'm whiny quite a bit. I fucking got myself killed! Oh, we're in! That guy can shank you, by the way, when you get too close to him. And he's not ready. Quickly. Go, 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 go. I've never gotten hit by that guy's stuff yet, so I don't plan to make it so I have been. This guy's beefy as fuck. Oh my goodness. I think you could fit 2 of me on this guy's shoulders. Okay, I'm glad someone can remain. Do not question what I was doing there. Because I don't know either. Oh, come on! Ah, I barely missed. Barely touched it. Finish him. Bust on him. Easy, easy dog. Alright, we're through. Now onto this area that has fucking lava falling from the sky, which I definitely didn't forget mid-movement. No, 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 I meant to jump. I meant to jump. Oh, fuck. It's just all about movement in this one. Just go as fast as you can, because otherwise it's like, there's no point in waiting. I have never finished that. This is everything from this point on, completely new to me. No idea what's going to happen. Hello? Oh. Oh shit. I guess this is the boss battle. Almighty Compactor! Okay, all new to me. What's going on here? You have an axe? Oh, fuck. You have an axe, I see. I'm lost. I'll be completely honest. So you just run at it and dodge. Got you. Alright, dope. Cool. The red ones look like they're meant to be punched back, but I don't want to. I don't want to test that theory. What? I thought it was the indicator that he fell and he was attackable. Okay, well, I'm foolish. I got tricked. I got bamboozled. Compactor. Alright. A and D are right next to each other now. At least this thing is relatively easy. I say, just before I get, like, locked in and almost killed. That's the one where he's tricking me. Oh, okay, well that was too slow. Weave it. Okay. I think I just need to do that one more time and I win. Well, yeah, it makes sense that he's called the compactor. That makes more sense now. Okay. Oh shit, okay. Can we do more than one thing at once? Oh, I thought I dodged quickly. Okay. Bomb, 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 bomb. Another bomb. Another bomb. That thing's gonna come towards me. Bomb. Another bomb. Another bomb. Yep, yep, that thing's gonna come towards me. Another bomb. Another bomb. Another bomb. And now you're gonna go down and you're gonna start attacking me. 3, 2, 1. Dodge! 3, 2, 1. Dodge! Oh, fuck! I dodged too quickly. Okay, hold on 1 second before I continue this. It's gonna continue playing in the background, but I want to show something. Nothing? Okay. Back in. Alright. Let's get back to running the page. Alright, compactor. Nope. Come on. Come on, come on, come on. Nope. Come on. Come on. Get at me. Come at me. Nope. Come at me, bro. Come at me, bro. Come at me, bro. Oh, fuck. Please don't come at me. Okay. Okay. I'm chilling. I'm chilling. 3, 2, 1, go. 3, 2, 1, go. 3, 2, 1, go. 3, 2, 1, go. Oh shit, I fucked up. Shit, I'm gonna have to do one more round, I think. Oh fuck. Weave. Weave, dog. Weave. Weave. Weave, dog. No. 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 Oh no. Yeah, this is his slow maneuver to trick me into complacency and such. Yep, yep, so we're going to go on this side for a bit, and we're going to run over on the other side. Alright, come at me, come at me, come at me! Come down! Come down here! I appreciate it. I had to speak in Manny's voice there for a second. Come at me! That's not even close to Manny's voice, I don't know what I'm on about. Come at me. Yep. Alright, come at me. Right. Now! Yep. Yep. We're so back. No! Okay, I need one more. I literally need to hit with one more time. Alright. We're chilling. We're chilling. We're chilling. We're chilling. I would assume each round he can do more things together. That's kind of it. I would assume. Alright. Was logical. I was fucked out of the way. Oh well. To be fair, can I roll past these? I can. I could have just rolled in one direction. I didn't realise. He's funny. I kind of mess with him. What? Oh, come on. That was bullshit. 3, 2, 1, go! Oh, fuck! 3, 2, 1, go! Oh, fuck! Oh, fuck! And he's down! Oh my goodness. Go! I don't know what he said. I'd have smashed you to bits, but, forget it, you win. Enjoy. You unlocked sword throw. What fucking key is gonna be? W to throw and recall your short sword. Alright, we have to play for a bit more because I need to figure out what's going on with this. What do you mean sword throw? I don't. This one's too laggy. I don't. Whoa, we won. Congratulations, you have a heart. Stage 3, conservation. Oh, I can do it like fast as well. I don't like that, because that means I leave money behind. Okay, man, we didn't have those back in my day. I'm still not used to it. However, I might as well just take the fact that I lost 2 health and just keep running. I did jump, but it is what it is. That's fine. Alright, so I'm gonna rage quit real quick. No, I'm jokes, but I'll try and get as far as I can. And then I need some stuff later than This is embarrassing. I feel like a games journalist. I'm like... With 1 health, how far can I get? On top of that. Alright. That's enough of that. Okay, I think that's enough for stream today. I'm getting annoyed with that music, and I lost some whining as well. Tomorrow, you're either going to see Gundam, you're going to see art, or a new game. Or Match of the Gathering. That's always up. That's always going to have to be up on the table. So yeah. I'm leaning towards it being Gundam tomorrow. But also might just be a new game. I might go back to Stomakia, to be honest, because I haven't played that in a while. But yeah.